All right, and good Saturday morning to everybody. We are back live, Leather Pocket, Calgary, Alberta, for the Barry Hooey Memorial. My name is Grant. I'm sitting beside Ben Francis. How goes today, Ben?
Good. Great.
Hopefully, I've got your volume
I feel like I'm
correct.
very quiet.
Yes.
It's
Morning,
going good.
Brian.
Good match to start the day.
Yeah, really good match. Gentleman Luke, Derek Gagnon.
Gagnon. He said, feel free to say it with a accent if we like. Down goes a drink. Too early to be breaking stuff, except pool balls. Clean up on aisle 7.
Right?
Or is this aisle 16? Since
This
we're on
is
table
aisles,
16?
yeah, aisles.
Did our camera get moved just a touch? I feel like it's a little high at the top of the screen.
It may. Let me see if I can fix that. I have the technology. It is a little high at the top, but
Yeah.
why?
I don't know. There we go. You're getting there.
I don't understand that because
It probably just got bumped a little. That's
it
all.
may have. Let's see how that looks.
That's a little better. Not for your OCDs.
Nope. I'll have to
Getting
maybe just a little touchback on the
You could almost
on the Zoom.
do some squirrely move where you stand on the chair.
I
But
could.
let's not.
I'm not gonna try that at this point.
seeing as how you do have a match
I-
at 1
yep.
o'clock.
I do have a match.
Jeff wasn't even one game into his match, and he's cleaning up a broken glass.
Oh, fun. Gotta love being the manager of a pool hall and then having to tend and take care of everything at the same time.
I really like what Jenman did there. He looked over. He's like, that was really close to my cue and my case. And I'm just going to move this to a different table.
Right?
Smart move. Smart man. He's wearing the Heavy D shirt from the Heavy D Classic, which they had last weekend. Won by
Oh, that's
Sean
right.
McKay.
Yeah.
He was wearing a different shirt.
He was.
And
We
once he
won't.
figured out he was on the stream, he didn't change it for the reason you think either. He just wanted to represent the Heavy D shirt. He was wearing a different shirt before.
He was. We almost banned him for wearing it.
We are racing a 9 on the A side here, 9 ball, and on the B side we're racing a 6 playing 8 ball on the 7 foots.
At some point, we may have to do a little camera maneuvering, and we'll bring you some B-side action.
That's right. That's right. We'll flip it on over at some point.
Indeed.
I like watching this action. I think this game is way more entertaining because their strokes are bigger.
I agree.
The safeties
We could,
and the kicks.
yeah, we'll see. I don't mind doing staying just on the 9 foot.
For the most part, I think today we could.
Yeah.
I think once we get into tomorrow, it's going to be more A side sitting around, or even later on today.
Yeah.
Once we get into like dinner time today.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's the Medicine Hat peeps tuning in.
No doubt. Well, and since y'all are tuned in here on a Saturday afternoon, now do us a favor and just the little share button down on the bottom left-hand side of the screen, just give that a slap.
Look at this shot from Jenman. Wow. He was elevated over the 7, kicked, and got safe. That was a really good shot.
Well, we'll get our first look at Derek here.
Derek's from Red Deer, Alberta as well.
Oof, missed it twice. Shared already. Much appreciated, Brian. And we now have the YouTube up and going. So if you are tuning in on YouTube, welcome to it, everybody.
And happy Thanksgiving, Brian, and everyone else out there as well.
Indeed.
It's the nice thing about this 4-day weekend is we get to play pool last night, today, and tomorrow. Then we can still do our Thanksgiving on Monday.
Yeah, do some turkey and stuffing and
How
potatoes.
did he go straight in the side there? He shouldn't have been anywhere near the side pocket.
Yeah, it kind of drew into that a little bit.
That's just maybe the slide of the table. It's going to take him a game or two to get settled, I think.
I agree.
I don't think they have any 9-foot diamonds in Medicine Hat.
I don't think they do.
But they do have diamonds.
They do.
Not 9
7
foots.
foots.
Yes.
What's going on, Sarah Schofield? How are you?
I guess we should give a shout out to Whiskey Creek Pub,
Whiskey Creek Pub,
which
indeed.
is where the diamonds are in Medicine Hat.
Yeah, no luck with getting that other camera, Ryan. I appreciate the effort, though.
I think this turned out really well.
It
on
did.
the 9-foot.
And kind of with how the room is set up on the 9 foots, we can't really give a side view anyway, because we've got tables on the left and the right of this table, and setting up a camera for the side angle just isn't going to work. Missed my comment.
Oh, her inside joke comment was up here.
Oh, I didn't even see it.
It was right there. I like arrows. I think I told you the inside joke there. But I'll tell you again after.
I don't know the inside joke. I feel left out.
I think I told you about it once, but it's an inside joke now. Sarah.
Okay, you got to fill me in.
Well, it's not for the
Not stream? Okay. Not stream appropriate. Those are the best comments.
Well, the guy was riding
Or
by
inside.
on his bike out front of her house when we were there, the first night we were there,
Okay.
and he yelled something. So now it's just like it's
I got you.
a running inside joke.
I got you. Looks like Derek in good position to draw first blood.
And we miss you too, Sarah.
Indeed.
Hope to see you playing Ghost League again in
Yeah.
November.
November 1.
I got to see that table at her house. It's Ghost League worthy. 8 foot with big pockets.
That is definitely the table to be on.
Derek with the first game on the board, 1-0. I would expect Genman is a small favorite in this match, but
I would
Derek
think.
can play for sure.
San Antonio, Texas in the house. What's going on, Bernie? Speaking of the CSL IPL in the league, it is starting up again November 1st. We've got a singles division, and new starting November 1st is going to be 3-man teams. 3 different divisions within those 3-man teams. You can get more information on that, www.cslipl.com.
Go check it out, guys. Best practice you'll find out there. Really focused.
Yeah,
focused
100%.
practice. I'm going to win this tournament, and that's going to be one of the first things I think is the Ghost League.
Well, here's kind of the touch, and I know that, my opinion and your opinion is going to be taken just a touch bias, but I'm going to use actually me as an example, where I have not played on a 9-foot. The last time that I played on a 9-foot was the last Barry Hooey Memorial. So it's been a couple of years. And in this tournament, I was kind of in tough. Had to play Rob Phillips off the hop. And if you don't know Rob Phillips, a beast on the 9-foot.
Easily, I would say top 10 in Canada, although his Fargo rate or whatever might not say that. But if you've seen him play lots, he's very adept at every game.
Yeah.
Top 10, I'm putting him.
Yeah. And so I knew I was in tough, but, the first time I played the Hooey Memorial, I don't really play a lot of 9-foot tables, and I didn't play a lot of 9-ball. And now having gone through the Ghost League and obviously playing a lot of 9-ball, I did lose, but I lost 9-6.
Which is a win in my books.
That is definitely a win for this guy.
I think I mentioned it to the chat yesterday too, that is a win for Grant.
It is. I'll take it.
And Rob knew it too. You made him sweat a little bit.
I did.
So.
I played pretty good the first few games. I actually had him down 4-1. Right. One of those games certainly was nothing but luck. Tried to play shape and made my ball, and then kicked the 9-ball in.
Nice. So you need those rules.
Yeah, every now and again, a little bit of love from the table never hurt anybody. But it certainly has helped in playing 9-ball in the Ghost League and kind of the pattern play and going from one ball to the other and the thought process that it takes to play 9-ball.
Yeah, only shaping one ball, right? It's a little different than some other games like 8-ball where you have more options. Smart push out from Jenman here, just tied up the 3.
What's going on, Laura? Thanks for tuning in. And we are live all day today. Yesterday was a long day. If you were on the stream watching with us, we did not leave here till about 2:30 in the morning.
That was a super long night.
It was. I can't imagine tonight's going to be really any different.
No, actually, I think it's going to be just the opposite tonight because we have 16 tables, and we have
I suppose, and we've got all day tomorrow.
So I think it's going to be reasonable tonight, which is good.
I like that.
Players
I like reasonable.
They're going to need a little rest after today.
Yeah, it's going to be a long grind. I'm excited to play a little bit of a little 8-ball on the 7-foot diamonds.
Well, you're going to be dangerous.
That's my comfort level. Is the 7-foot diamond playing 8-ball.
Lots of other good matches going around the room today too. We got John Pay Pompey to the left of this table taking on Cruz. Got Don Davidson taking on Larry Walper. Joe Spence taking on Jeff Wanless. The draw is on challenge under Barry Hooey Memorial, I believe. Yep, Barry Hooey Memorial Tournament. If you guys want to look up the draw and follow along.
Gives you a chance to stalk your favorite player.
Yeah, so you can find out that Grant plays at 1 or around 1.
I do. What time do you play, do you know?
Around 1.
Around 1?
I'm
very good.
6 tables, so not quite a full round of tables. Is he going to slash the 9-ball here?
Oh, for sure.
That's lucks in the 3 and gets perfect on the 4.
Right? You know, but fortune favors the brave.
Took the
in
words
this
right
game,
out of my mouth.
Right? Barb, how are you, my dear? A pleasure as always.
It would be good to see you too, Barb.
That would be great.
Watch some live pool.
Yeah. Come say hi. Got a few ladies in the tournament. Lan Fong. We've got Tony Sakamoto.
Tony's over there taking on Sean Bulachowski right now.
Yeah.
Darla Paul is taking on Kevin Osborne. And Lan Fong is taking on Derek Moore, it looks like. Interesting little referee situation there from Steph. She had to like clean a ball.
Yeah, it looked like there was a hair or something on the 8-ball.
I feel like he's kicking at that ball, so it really wasn't that relevant. Like, look at the shot he has. He's on the 8. He's looking at the kick. I don't think the hair was going to.
No.
Shot, but you never know.
Maybe he found it distracting.
Yeah, that could be it.
A little bit off angle here for Jenman with that 6-ball. Probably just float this forward, take the 7 to the top right hand. Yeah, looks like he's drawing.
Yeah, he's thinking about it. The good thing about Jenman's game, I mean, good or bad, it can wear on you a bit.
Yeah, he's very, very calculated.
Very calculated, yeah. And he knows that it can wear on him a bit, but he's...
Does he have enough to just draw? Oh, yeah, okay, forward it is.
He'll cut it, too.
2-railed it.
If he put that in the heart of the pocket, he was going to be a lot better on the 7 here.
Yeah. Well, now that 7, if you draw off of that, brings in the side pocket.
I think he can just miss the side with, like, a little left siding to kind of hit the 7 thicker, and you throw it more.
I mean, ideally, you want to be kind of on this bottom left-hand side of the table, but is there a cause to go forward 3? Or an argument to go forward 3 rail?
I don't even mind what he's pointing at here. Like, don't even flirt with the side. Just come.
Oh, just kind of baby it in
above it. Yeah, and just take the
what the table
shot.
gives you.
Yeah, I don't know about going 3. That would be.
That's a stroke.
That would be not only a tough pot, but tough speed control too.
Mm-hmm. So Kurt's asking how many people are still in this.
63 of 63.
63 of 63.
I think there was 62 actually. There was one bye, and then there was one player who actually didn't make it.
He did go forward 3.
Oh my goodness, and what a shot.
And how about perfect?
What a shot he played
Perfect.
there. It's so easy to overhit that.
Yeah.
Being worried about getting there, and then you end up like on the back rail, you know.
Mm-hmm.
He made a really good stroke there.
Any draws happening? Not for this one. So when we do our draws, and I just want to kind of make this known so that everybody is aware that when we do our draws, they're not raffles. We got taught the lesson a few years ago on doing raffles, and that they're illegal, and it comes with a $10,000 fine and jail time and all the other fun things that the law says that you can't do. And so we kind of had to reinvent the wheel. We talked to a lawyer, and it's now a sweepstakes. And the problem with, or I guess the biggest difference between sweepstakes and raffles you can sell by ticket. So long as you have a license to do it, you sell X number of tickets, and then you do the draw. With a sweepstakes, it is simply a draw date, and it must be done. So we run the risk of not selling enough to even cover the cost. So we almost need a bigger tournament to do them, or to put them out and have a really long draw date. But the sweepstakes that we put out are 100% legit. We've got all the paperwork to back that up. So,
did he just mark? I think he marked the coin wrong.
He did.
he thinks he's up 2-0. He probably feels like he should be, because he had ball in hand on the 4 in the last game and went straight in the side.
Yeah, he marked the wrong coin. Maybe let's let him know.
Yeah, can't hurt. We missed something there.
We sure did.
He scratched.
It is not 1-1.
Yeah, Jim said it too. Good thing you guys are paying attention.
Right.
I was like,
I totally missed it.
I watched him shoot the 9, then I looked away. I was watching a different game.
Yeah.
I checked out as soon as he hit it.
Yeah, I did too. I saw it go in the hole, and I'm like, okay, 1-1.
Well, long race here, so if I'm Genman, I'm not panicking.
No, not at all.
Lots of time to work. Another great match going in the corner is Stan Tarangio taking on John De La Cruz.
That'll be a good match.
I see it's 1-1 over there, and Stan just hooked himself on the 2-ball, so. I mean, Jonathan's been playing fantastic lately.
Well, and I know that Jonathan's been playing a lot of pool. Has Stan been playing a lot?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Stan's always kind of been very regimented, though.
He has been.
So if there's a tournament like this coming up, guarantee he put in some serious
He
hours.
did, and you know what? It's not just the hours on the table. It's eating, health-wise, exercise. Like he is that guy.
Oh yeah, I saw he had some good words of advice for Haydar, who is in Austria right now playing the World Junior Championship. He told him, do 30 push-ups, smudge, meditate, eat a banana or something. Right?
Yeah.
It was like 4 or 5 things that were just exactly what you should do.
Wow.
Erase all negative thoughts or something. There was more to it, Yeah.
Oh, I'd like to see what he said there.
Mm-hmm. But I like the 30 push-ups,
Yeah.
I mean, and that's not for everyone. Some
No.
people maybe do 10, right? I'm more of a
how about
15.
5?
That's how many Ryder does.
Listen, do you know how much effort it takes to move this body?
I can't imagine.
It's a lot.
Yeah, Warren has it right. We're yakking too much.
We were yakking too much.
We're good at that, though.
Right?
Surprisingly, even after being here until 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah. It amazes me that we really don't run out of things to talk about.
Never. Yeah, that is quite impressive.
Right? Even for as long as as often as we were live last, obviously pre-COVID.
Well, that's the great thing about pool, though, is it's It's always changing. It's always evolving.
Well, and there's lots of stories, and anybody that's watched Q Sports Live for any amount of time knows that that is what I do.
That's right. As long as we're entertaining.
That's it. I try to be.
Thank you, Laura.
Right? We even, it was Kelly and myself, we kind of went into some of the mental side of pool and just life, right? Facing fears and how to do that, how to overcome that.
Pool has a lot of life lessons.
They do.
A lot.
Watching from Little LA. How are you, Dave?
Yeah,
Thanks for tuning in.
Dave tuned in to cheer on Derek. Tuned in at a good time, Dave. He's up 2-0.
What's going on, Paul? Good to see you. Looks like everybody's starting to wake up on a Saturday afternoon.
That's
And
right.
if you are just tuning in, guys, that little shared button down on the bottom left hand of the screen there, just give that a little love.
Yeah.
Love tap and share it to a few pages.
I feel like I should.
Yes.
Can't ask them to and not do it
Right.
myself, you know.
And I gotta say, Jenman looking good here. Get that win back for himself. Caught a little bit of the horn there.
You
on
know
that
what?
shot.
And when you've kind of handed away 2 games, this is a much
Yeah,
more nervy shot.
Yeah, it makes it a little more difficult than what you'd like, but
If
I don't
you're-
see this being any real issue for Jenman here.
No, I don't think so. But I'm telling you,
But
if
the
you're
curse is
if you're
real.
up 2-0, you just get down to 1, stroke that in.
Yeah,
It's a totally different shot when you've missed a couple opportunities and now you're looking at 3-0.
yeah. Staring down the barrel of it anyway. This will be a little bit of a test for Derek here. There is definitely a lot of table between the 9 and the pocket.
I like that he stood up there. I don't think he was ready. Now he looks ready.
I agree.
I like that he hit that positive though. And
He
got a
did. He
positive
put that
result.
with some emphasis.
Yeah, it's easy
Didn't
to
try
like,
to baby that in.
Yeah, try to baby it and you never make it. Like 1 out of 100 you make it if you try to baby that.
Yeah.
I like that he hit it positive and he got a good result. Jenman's gonna have to come with it here.
See, looking at the cut,
You
I
know,
kind of favor the bank here.
Yeah, I think
You just gotta go down and do exactly what Derek just did. Hit this with a little bit of
looking at the
authority, a
bank
little
now.
bit of purpose behind it.
Well, and I mean, there's not always like a high percentage shot. Sometimes you just have to go for it. you know?
Yeah.
Oh, he hit it well, but not well enough.
Wants to hold up.
And it's going to lay up right over the side for Derek to be up 3-0 here.
Yeah. And still lots of game left. I don't think really there's any cause for Jenman to really panic at all.
No, but definitely the walls can start closing in a little. I mean, he's let all 3 of those games slip, so.
Well, I think for Jenman, it's more just getting over the mental hurdle, and I think once he's over that, then
Yeah, he'll settle in. For
Yeah.
sure he'll settle in. It's early, you know.
morning pool.
Sort
The
of.
bane of my existence.
The nice thing for you is there will be no morning pool at this tournament.
No, it is very true.
Noon star times.
Although I don't really consider anything pre-6 o'clock.
Oh, that's tough though.
Yeah,
That's
tough action.
Yeah. There's lots of 2 o'clock tournaments. You know?
It's true. Mr. Jim Telfer, how are you, my good man?
Drill King.
Right.
Let's see if he can drill 20 racks in
Yeah,
a row in the
right.
Ghost League and win himself, I'm just going to say a free entry because
A free entry in plus,
2015s would be impressive. We should have that poster as well on here, hey?
Do we? No.
We should
How
get-
about I?
We should get that one. I
How
like
about
that
I?
one.
I send that over.
I like that one.
guess I could turn
That
my
was-
phone
was that
down a
you?
bit. Yeah,
That
that
was
was
you?
me. Yeah,
It
it
like
was.
echoed. I thought it was beside me, but it was just the headphone.
That was my notification.
Sounded like it was coming from my right.
That's because we only have right sound.
That's because there is only right sound. Peter Almazan taking on Warren Ortiz on the table to the right of this. Looks like Peter shooting the 9 ball here. Try to see what the score possibly is. Looks like maybe 1-1 or 2-1. Oh, that's another big miss from Genman. He's struggling a little bit here.
Yeah, I think he's in his head, in his
Well,
own head, I think, a little bit. Whoa.
I know he's not a huge fan of the stream table. Definitely not a huge fan of it. That's why you just try to knock it all over. Just kidding.
It's all good.
I think it hurt him more than it hurt us
Yeah,
anyway.
I would think so.
Just don't hit the big red button. That's all we ask.
Right? Yeah. Just not that button. Any other button but that button.
Jim wants to know, is that the same table that Ben keeps missing on? Ouch, Jim.
Right?
Ouch.
Welcome to it, Ben.
And yes,
If you must know.
they're all about the same right now, Jim. There's 8, 9-foot diamonds. They all play pretty similar. New cloth. Or newer, I should say. They're all playing great. I've been practicing all week, so, I mean, I didn't get to show you in a Ghost League match, but I'm playing better.
He's got plans, Jim.
I got big plans. I really want to win this event.
I'm more talking in the league.
In the Ghost League, too,
In the
yes.
Ghost League,
yes.
yeah. He's got plans.
I can't
You
possibly
can't
let...
divulge those right now,
I
but
just can't let Jim win again. That's the plan.
Jim's worked himself into a little bit of a honeypot.
Jim's got to get a 7-foot and try to beat me on the 7-foot.
There you go.
And I'll try to beat him on
Challenge
the 9-foot.
accepted,
We'll swap places for a session.
right?
Paul Howerter says, picked up some new equipment lately. You guys ever used any Conlin or J Flowers cues? Both are carbon. J Flowers, we actually have a league player, Andrew Jaworski, who's sponsored by them.
And a rep.
And he let me hit some balls at Westerns a couple months back. I loved it. I thought the shaft performed really well.
Yeah, cost per dollar.
What's that, sorry?
Cost per dollar on it is good too.
Yeah. It was definitely a reasonable price.
Yeah.
And they're starting to get bigger, I feel like. J Flowers, they've picked up a few more players recently, and things are
There was
going good.
they're starting to get questions asked as to who they are
That's right.
and where you get them.
But Conlin, I've never heard of that.
No, me neither.
Look at this, too. If he makes this combo, he's
Yeah,
gonna
he's
win.
looking good.
Like
You got to
4-0.
control the 5 here, though.
It should stay near the pocket, which it did. but-
Controlled the 5 really well.
Yeah, actually, Andrew let me try the jump break, and I loved it, too. It's really good.
I'm
Seemed like
biased.
a good product.
I'm really biased.
Oh,
Now
yeah.
that I have Nick's,
Oh, it's so
that
gross.
thing hits like a dream.
Yeah, you should see it. Like, I had it to the point where Derek Moore wasn't even clapping when I made a shot. Like, he wasn't even saying good shot because it was like, you jumped another ball in, did you?
Yeah, right? Par
like
for the course.
Cutting them, banking them. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, and it's gross. Shots that I would have had to dart,
Yeah, normally.
I don't have to anymore.
Nope.
I can full hand it and control it way more and get over the ball so easy.
Yeah, I was saying yesterday when Nick brought it over to my house, and the first day that I was trying it, I was jumping full table, a ball and a half, full cue, withdraw.
Yeah, only a ball and a half away, and you can still control the spins.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
What's going on, Mr. Ryan Pittman?
Oh, okay. The carbon shaft of J Flowers is made by Conlin. Oh, you learn something new every day.
Right?
Does Derek try to cut this ball in? I think he has to.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, he got just enough.
Gets the jelly roll.
He hit it pretty good.
He did. He hit it with the right weight.
Just right.
I think if he hits that any harder, I don't think it drops.
This could be another game that Jenman let slip away a little bit. He was shooting that 6 and he overcut it by a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I think, like we mentioned earlier, I think we will see him settle in at some point. And then
Well,
we're gonna see Jenman's game. He's a very good player.
Oh, here's the. Oh, he
But
gets
right
away
now,
with it.
yeah, and the balls are kind of, and this is what happens. You know this.
Oh, 100%.
When
and
you're struggling,
Jenman's got to take your advice there too, right? Just hang around.
just wait, yeah. But when you're struggling, the balls, they don't do you any favors. They never do. You ever struggled and got a good roll?
No.
It never happens, right? It's like when you're struggling, you get every bad roll possible, and your opponent gets every good roll.
Yeah.
That's just the way it works.
Well, I think he left the backside of the 7 open here too.
Yeah, like he could see this to try to cut it in, which
He
being
could.
up 3-0, I would totally do.
I think I'm
'Cause
going to play the
safety's not that
safe.
easy. If he
right?
could see full on the 7, then it wouldn't be that bad. Then he could chip the cue ball back below the 9.
Yeah.
But I don't know how much that's an option. I think he's going to lose the 7. If he plays that shot, he might lose the 7 near the side pocket. I think he just got this in. Up 3-0. You just
Well,
Just do
I'm
it,
actually going to go for the bank. If I'm going to go for the bank, I'm going to go for the bank.
to the corner.
Corner bank, yeah.
I don't even know if he has enough for that, to be honest. It's got to be close,
Oh, look at this.
See this? I'm
Look
telling
at
you. When you're
this.
struggling.
Jenman's going to have to change his shirt again. I think if Jenman loses this game, I think at that point, it's break time for Jenman.
Oh, yeah.
Go out,
take a few minutes,
take a few minutes, check the weather if you need.
Yeah, just go wash your hands.
Yeah,
or something.
take a
Pretty
break.
simple, Each player, I don't think they mentioned it, but rule of thumb with these tournaments is each player is allowed like a 5-minute break at any time during the match, as long as it's kind of on their turn.
Yeah.
And not in the middle of a game, preferably, unless you really got to go. But you try to wait till it's your break.
Your break, yeah.
And then you can go do that. And I think it is Jenman's break next. My memory serves me correct. And I think we're definitely going to be seeing 4-0 here, which is, I'm not going to say a huge surprise, but a bit of a surprise. I would have to think Jenman's a slight favorite here. I know
would
Derek
agree,
has
yeah.
game, but got a quick little story about Jenman, too. The first time I met him was at BCA in Vegas. Oh, and look at him. He's smart, unless he heard us, but I don't think so.
Yeah, taking a break.
But so a quick story about Jenman. First time I meet him, BCA, a bunch of people gathered around, some Alberta boys and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Boys and girls. So I'm like, what are they watching? It's like this.
What's the attraction?
It's like this kid.
Right, like a moth to a flame when you see that big group.
And
right?
I love watching pool.
Yeah, of course.
Even this is long before any CSL stuff, right?
Yep.
So I'm like, I'll go hang out with them. They're like my friends too, So it's Jenman, and he's playing like this kid, and I'm thinking, what is going on here, right? And
Well, define kid, because that's
the
an
kid
important.
is like, he's either 11 or 13. I'm not sure.
Oh,
He might have been 11 at the time. Anyway, the kid probably has about 30 people watching, and Jenman's probably, there's about 10 or 15 of us, So there's a good crowd watching this match.
No doubt, 45
it's the
viewers.
leisure division,
Yeah.
which is like, I'm not sure if there's any money involved.
Yeah, just for fun or whatever.
I think it's like, or it's super cheap entry kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, it's either the final or the semifinal, but I think it's the final, and Jenman loses the match. This kid played unreal. Never forget it.
Wow.
So
11
then-
or 13 years old, but you know what?
And years later, I met the kid again. I'd seen him around a ton, right? And then I
Yep.
met his sister, and then I met like his other sister that plays, and his mom plays, and his dad plays,
Oh,
and
wow.
the
Well,
whole
there you
family.
go.
There's
Yeah.
like 8 of them that play,
Yeah,
right?
family full of players.
And we've seen on our stream Taylor Hansen,
Yeah.
which is his older sister. So Tristan was the kid that gave the beat down to Jenman the first time I met Jenman. And I thought, well, you know, if he was playing in the leisure division and he lost to this kid, he really can't. I mean, how good
Yeah.
pool can he be, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then the next time I saw him play, he's like beating some really good player, and I'm thinking, okay, maybe he's pretty good, right?
Well, look at one of the junior players we had in the CSL IPL, Sam Henderson.
Oh, unbelievable, yeah.
How old? 14? 14 years
I think
old.
He just
and
turned 15.
just a monster of a player.
I was telling Kelly Lydiard about it yesterday because he was saying he wants to, you know, get one of those high scores like a 150.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, Div 3 7'9" ball last session, the kid shot a 160. So 150 maybe isn't the goal.
Right?
Back to the match here. Gentleman breaking. Did exactly what we said he would do.
Yeah.
He knew he had to, like.
Yeah. Just go take a quick little 5-minute regroup.
Just quick.
Okay, so here it is, right?
And just erase all the, there's so many negative thoughts, you know?
Yeah.
So you need that little 3 minutes to just go have a little talk to yourself.
Yeah.
You know? And then come back fresh with a, you know, a blank sheet, right?
Yeah. Just erase those 4 games. They don't really mean nothing.
No, and it's so easy to get caught up in the score.
It is.
Really, it's like the match is not over until they make the final 9 ball. So when you get chances, you just work.
Yeah.
You just make the balls and you just do what you can. And if you keep doing that, then you'll win the match, right?
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter what the score is, as long as they haven't won yet.
That's it. And if you're going to miss early.
Which is exactly what he did there. Yeah, I think, I mean, it should be noted, definitely stream pressure is real.
Oh, it's a real thing. This is why I really, really like what the CSL IPL does, because it puts you on the stream. Mm-hmm. You are live streaming yourself.
That's right.
So when it comes to playing on a live stream or playing under some pressure, you're somewhat acclimated to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely, and we've seen the results from other tournaments already where
not you and I results.
The Ghost League
player results.
Yeah, the Ghost League players have been saying, "Wow, this is, I wasn't nearly as nervous when I got out there on the stream." So maybe something for both these players is, I mean, if they go back and listen to this, maybe contemplate the Ghost League.
Yep. Well, I think it goes beyond, just a matter of it's just good practice, right? And good training and so on and so forth.
Well, we just
right?
like to preach that the most.
No, for
right?
sure.
But there's so much more.
For sure.
It.
But it's,
money.
Money for sure.
If you like winning money in pool games.
Yeah, and it really does recreate the camaraderie that you get when you go and, you go to a big tournament like in Vegas, right? And you kind of see people that you haven't seen for a while and that whole kind of community feel. And this was a byproduct we didn't even think about happening, and it just did.
And it happened beautifully.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was talking to somebody about that last week, and they're like, well, I kind of like pool league, live league, because I like to just, go hang out with my friends. I'm like, you'd be surprised.
Yeah.
This is very similar.
It is.
Right? Your friends are there. They're tuning into your stream. They're watching you. They're cheering you on. Or they're like, rib shotting you and whatever.
Yeah.
They're like Jim
like
and
a Jim.
have
a
great time, you know. It's been.
And you know what? I love it because Jim's got that dry British sense of humor, and I love it.
Oh, that's my favorite kind of sense of humor.
Yeah, it's so true.
He says he thinks the table doesn't look level. I believe that's correct.
Yeah.
I believe it is rolling just a touch to the left side of our screen.
Well, and to be fair as to why that's happening, they just rearranged all of these tables.
Yeah, they moved them, so they're settling into the cloth.
Yeah, settling into the carpet.
Or settling into the cloth carpet.
The cloth
That's
carpet.
What it is.
There we go.
But we can see like the foot marks from where they were before, and they sink in there pretty good. So. Yeah, there you go, Rob. He's wearing the wrong shirt. He needs like a clay invitational shirt. Then he'd be up 4-0 instead of down 4-0.
Yeah, 100%, Kathy. Like, and believe me, there's really not a replacement for going to a spot like Vegas and playing in those type of events. But the recreation of what that feels like is something that is in the CSL IPL.
Yep. It's quite entertaining, I think.
Well, and it's very addictive. It really is.
I couldn't believe, like, first time I played, I thought, yeah, this is going to be great. I practice this all the time, you know.
Yeah.
It's whatever, right? Just
Yeah.
another league. Oh, and then when it was over, I was like, what? I want to keep playing.
Right? There's no more.
And then the same thing happened now. I'm like lost during the week. Like, what do I do without playing Ghost League one day of the week?
It's over. Yeah, even myself, right through the summertime is my busy months, and my time is I don't have a lot of time in the summer months, but you know, trying to play the league and do everything else that I do in the summertime gets a little bit tough to do. But you know, I just finished my week 10 last week, and I got the itch. Like, what do I do now? I got nothing to play or nothing to do during the week, right? And it really does utilize, you know, for those that have tables at home, it gives the equipment a purpose to be played on and a reason. And
instead of just being a laundry basket.
Right. And then you get, you know, perfect practice in there, and it really does reflect when you go and play live events.
So, Laura, I looked up the Fargos. Derek is a 5.36. Jenman is a 6.31. So nearly 100-point difference here.
Well, and I think you're right with the advice. If Jenman and Derek go back and listen to this, that music is way too loud.
Oh, yeah, we'll have to talk lots.
Yeah. I'm going to go tell them to turn that down because I can barely hear myself.
I'm gonna run anyway. I got to go to the washroom. So.
Okay.
If you want to turn me
But
down.
yeah, I think you're right in saying that, you know, the Ghost League is a really good option for both of these players. Kind of get beyond the whole stream pressure thing.
That's a good option for everyone who's
I
not
agree.
used to the stream, too, of course, right?
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Good one, Jim. That's a good one. I'm going to bring that to Ben's attention even before he leaves. I love it. Here's what I like the most about that comment, Jim, is I know that Ben does not get ribbed very often, but I can't really do it because I sit next to him, and as small as what Ben is, he's got a mean right hook. So I love it when other people get to ribbon him a little bit. And he deserves it. Why not? Usually I'm the brunt of that. Oh, nice shot here from Derek, utilizing the 9 ball. Really, really great shot. A little bit of a tester here for Jenman. I don't think he can go to the right rail. I think he's just a little too far underneath the 9 ball. And the 1 rail kick to the left side is a really, really tough kick to try to gauge that angle. Very nice, Rob. Good to hear. We start November 1 is the next start, and 3-man teams new for November 1. So 3 different options as far as the 3-man teams go. 3 different levels, 3 options starting November 1. And it's going to be run fairly similarly to what they do in BCA. It's just got a Fargo cap. So in order to play on the teams, you must have an established Fargo rating. And what an established rating means is when you go and you look up your Fargo rate, you need to have 200 games in the Fargo rate system to become an established player. Does he have the room between the 7 and the 9? Oh, great hit. Really well done. Does he get rewarded? You got to give him the reward. Wow, what a great shot. Great shot. Unfortunately, there is a saying that goes, no great shot goes unpunished. So we'll see what Derek does here. 5 ball's in a little bit of a tough spot. He needs to hit this with a little bit of left hand, check off the rail and over. Doesn't want to come too short. That puts the cue ball dead into that left side pocket. Could play a 2-rail safe here with a stop shot on the 5 ball, send the 5 ball 2 or 3 rails, utilize the 7 ball. Whew. Very well done there. Caught a little bit of the horn. No risk, no reward. And he got both. No, Genman's not really getting a whole lot of love from the pool gods. But there will come a point in time, and we've seen it time and time again, where, you know, the tables will turn. And the rolls will start going Genman's way, and it's at that point, and this is where Ben, you got to take his advice. Just stick around, stay in the match, stay mentally focused, don't give up on yourself, and stay present, because at some point, the pool gods tend to even things out. And if it's not on the A side, it'll be on the B side. You'll get the rubs, the rolls, and all the right places, perhaps on the B side. But typically through a match, it does tend to balance itself out. All right. A gift opportunity here for Genman. Should not be at the table, and that's kind of where my mental focus would be right now if I'm Genman, right? That really wasn't a difficult shot on the 8 ball, and he's now looking at it. He's at the table, which he shouldn't be. So it is a gift shot. Go up with confidence, and whether you're going to cut this or bank this, put it in with some confidence. There's really nothing that you need to do except make the 8 ball. Should be auto shape no matter what you do here. And not terrible, right? There's a lot of distance between that 8 ball and whether he back cuts this. Can't see him back cutting. I would probably cut this to the top right-hand corner. Shooting into the blind pocket is sometimes a little more difficult. So probably see him go into the top right-hand corner here. And just doesn't want to end up on the top right-hand side of the table. Puts yourself in bank position, or you just bank it to the heart. That will work. Had to wipe its feet on the way in. It's only 200 games, Kurt. And if you are close, you can go on to the Play Store and download the Salado app. And the Salado app, you can actually do challenge matches against another Fargo-rated player, and you can submit those. It does cost a little bit of cash. I think it's $5 to submit a match. But if you're looking to get in on the CSL IPL teams, you do have to have that established rating. So if you're close to the 200 games, you can go on, download that Salado app, and you've got time to get that done before we start November 1. Yeah, really nice bank. What's going on, John? Tuning in, Bozeman, Montana. You're welcome for the stream. We will be live all day long. All day, all night. We are in it for the long haul. And just glad to be back, to be honest. There's a tournament happening, there's things going on, we're playing pool. It's a long weekend, right? Things are good. And it looks like we're gonna have Miss Stephanie Toy jumping in on the mic, helping out. How are you, Steph?
Good morning, everybody.
Hopefully I've got your volume correct.
We'll see. We'll see what the peeps have to say.
You almost have to put that mic right up to you.
I don't want to be licking the thing.
Well, I'm just saying.
You see who uses this?
Yeah. Is Ghost League eligible for Fargo rating yet? Not yet. If I had it my way, then it certainly would be, but
they just don't have the programming built for Ghost.
and it's something that we did talk about, and you know what, I may as well just update everybody on kind of where that conversation is. There was a project, or is a project, that Fargo is working on for a rather large client. And that client has said, this is now your deadline. If it's not done, we're going somewhere else. And so they've kind of taken every other project, such as giving us the programming for Fargo Ghost, which is simply, you know, for lack of better terminology, it's a fictitious ghost number, right? It'll be applicable and applied and all the mathematics done the same way, but it will not affect your live Fargo rate, right? So it is a league-specific Fargo rating. However, with that project that they've got going on and with the heat put on them from that customer, we are now put onto the back burner. Hello, Joey Horn. How are you?
Hey, Joey.
Too low for Steph?
Rob, I was just giving Jenman the old fist bump. I'm like, come on, get in there.
Yeah, I think you know, I think Jenman, he's lost a little bit of mental focus. I think he's letting the stream get to him a little bit, and you know, to be fair as well in the match, you know, Derek's got a lot of really good rubs and rolls, and
I seen like Jenman every time I was watching. Jenman was like on an 8 or a 9, and
Yeah.
he got unfortunate. He scratched on one. I
Yeah.
saw. Just things aren't going his way.
what's the tournament sheet under? It is on challenge under Hooey Memorial?
Yeah. Let me see if I can post it here. Oh, my purse is way over there. Can you hand me my purse?
Steph will put the link in the comments here for you. Well, hello, Rhonda. Thanks for tuning in. Nice to see you back again. Good to see everybody back. You know, this is you know, one of the bigger tournaments that we have here in Calgary. Certainly one of the most special ones, I think, at least for myself, and I can only speak for myself this way. But being that this is the Hooey Memorial, it's one of my tournaments that I will never miss. This I will always be at. And for those that don't know who Barry is, he is was a very special guy. He was a very prominent player here in Calgary and very important to the Calgary pool scene. And this is a tournament memorializing his name. So
Yeah,
hence
we called
the
him Captain
Barry.
Calgary.
Captain Calgary, for sure. We got into a few fun stories about Barry yesterday. And
Is that right, you and Johnny?
yeah.
Johnny's
We
probably
talked
got
about
lots.
the hockey game and the jersey, and you know, it was he's such a prominent figure in the Calgary pool scene and very important player, and I miss his energy in a pool room.
He definitely had some antics, and he was loud, and if he was unhappy with something, he would definitely let you know. But I mean, the passion for the game just exuded from him, you know, whether he was happy or
you know, you always
mad or
and you always knew where you stood with Barry, right? He did not mince words, and even playing on a pool team with him is, as you know, everybody calls him Captain Calgary, but he really had no issue in saying, "Look, smarten up, right? Get your head in the game."
Yeah.
Right? He did that to me.
You could hear him across the room be like, I can't believe you did that. Well, you're such a dummy. You know,
Yeah.
He'd call you out. He had no problems.
Yeah.
But so passionate for the game and just took a few people under his wing. As much as he had a hard exterior,
he did have an edge to him, but you know, he was also the guy that for really any player in the Calgary pool scene, that if you were truly in need, he was that guy to give you the shirt off of his back if you needed it.
He was that guy.
Right? And it was he was just a special guy. Okay,
This
well, I'll try
number
to
two
turn.
mic has got to be like up twice as much. Is that better, guys?
Yeah, I just did some adjusting.
All right, what's happening here? Jetman's got to get on the board, get something happening here. I was watching some of his earlier matches, and it looked like he had control on those games, but I did see that he did get unfortunate at the close of a couple of those. So
Yeah, see, and even here again, just off, just that little bit, just a little touch. Right, and it's really tough to do. I mean, it's easy for us to sit back and say, just, go take a break, refocus, so on and so forth. But, playing on the stream is no joke.
it adds a different pressure.
Yeah, different element for sure.
'Cause as much as you can play in the room and there's 100 people in here, knowing that there are hundreds or potentially thousands of eyes on you on every stroke
Yeah.
is a different mental capacity
Yeah.
that a lot of people have not experienced yet. And I think Jenman is actually one of those because Jenman is from Medicine Hat, and in Medicine Hat we actually have not gone to stream.
Yeah.
So they're not very accustomed to
Of course.
playing live. So I'm super glad that he came out. It's nice to see him.
Joey, sorry, stop. It's scary and that's 20 pounds. Oh, that was good. So Kelly says, first time I met Barry was at the Westerns tournament about 20 years ago, and I'll tell you, he's a man no one can ever forget. Heck of a fun guy to be around, and that's kind of the energy I was alluding to earlier. Is his energy in a pool room is unmatchable,
Yeah.
right? He's just that guy.
Yeah.
I seen Mr. Hooey run a rack at Westerns in under a minute. Then he tells the boys that's how it's done.
He was that guy too.
He was that guy too, for sure. Right, and he would, no matter what, right, up or down, winning or losing, he would not ever give up.
No.
Right, you could need the opposing team need one ball in 5 games, and he's still chomping at the bit. Let's
Yeah.
go, let's run these racks,
Yeah.
right?
It's moving time.
Yeah, it's go time. Right, and he just had his own way, of motivating players to be better.
Yeah. Yeah. The epitome of passion for the game
Yeah.
is Barry.
100%. All right, so a chance for Jenman here. And I love it. He hit that with absolute purpose. Instead of trying to baby that in, he hit it with purpose like he should. There we are. All right. It's moving time for Jenman Luke, as Barry Hooey would say.
I gotta go do some board work.
And just while they're racking, I got to give a quick shout out to one of the local guys here in Calgary, sponsor for Q Sports Live, Nick's Q Innovations. Phenomenal workmanship on what he does. You do not have to be from Calgary to utilize his services. You can ship him your Q. He'll do whatever necessary repairs or work needs to be done, and then ship it back to you. But an absolute genius at what he does. You can find him on Facebook as well. Earl Strickland tell you about the eyes staring at him, right? Yeah, you can't let that stuff get to you, right? And I know you're right. Sitting on this side of the mic, it's a lot easier said than done. But again, right? And I got to go back to what we were talking about earlier in the Q Sports Live League. Putting yourself in those positions, right? That's how you get better at doing anything, right? You got to fail a lot. You got to put yourself in those pressure situations and become acclimated to it. I don't think you can ever get rid of the fear. You just got to acclimate and adjust to it and push through it. And playing in the Ghost League, that'll help you do that. So that'll be a little bit of a confidence booster here for Genman, because he hit that 8 ball with some purpose and got rewarded. It was really nice shape. And maybe, you know what, maybe that ripples into kind of the turning of the tides with rubs and rolls and so on and so forth. We will see, because he's in a little bit tough on this 3 ball, going from the 3 to the 4. And you know, I kind of like Ben's theory here on this shot. Don't try to do too much. Take what the table gives you. Just pop above the 8 ball. Cut the 4 past the 9 into that bottom left-hand corner. He's a little bit close to the rail to try to draw this out. It is a little bit flirtatious in the fact that you can bring in the 8 ball here. Yeah, John. One of my favorite moments of all time with Barry was exactly that moment. To watch him kick that ball in, and then to have the camera just tune in just to catch that right at the end. One of my all-time favorite streaming moments of Q Sports Live.
I'm glad I got here in time for this conversation.
Yeah,
because that's my all-time favorite moment too.
100%. Right.
Mostly because I wasn't there.
Yeah.
So I was like watching on the stream and by myself in my house,
screaming,
yelled as loud as I could, like when he kicked that ball in. One time, yelled so loud.
Oh yeah.
And
no
I was
doubt.
like almost crying, just sitting there by myself watching.
Yeah,
like, this
me
is
too. Because here's the backstory to this, right? Is I talked to Barry. I think it was a day or two before it started, and he was not going to go at all. And I said, Barry, your team needs you, right? You are kind of the backbone of that team, and you know, we want you here, right? Yeah. And if you know, if it's about money, don't worry about that. We'll get you here, right? And so he got on a plane.
And then that happened. Oh, I was like, that's a Cinderella pool story, that one.
Yeah, it is. And all caught on video.
And Joe did perfect, right?
Yeah.
Joe ran out quick,
buddy,
so that
I'll tell you,
was the winning one.
Yeah,
right?
I'll tell you what, to watch Joe damn near run around the table, trying to run out his match or run out his game so that Barry could win that. To me, it was just
because
it was one of those rare moments in time
crazy.
That is so special.
It was,
right?
And Joe knew if Barry wins his game first, then Joe's game is the cinching game.
Yeah.
So like Joe had to hurry up. Barry was like on the 8.
Yeah, but here's the cool part
Joe's
about
got
it.
like 3 balls left.
Yeah, but the cool part about that is Barry hooked himself, so it
gave Joe
that time, right? And
so
you could see him literally almost running around the table.
He was looking every shot. He looked over at the other table to see how much time he had.
Yeah, it was such an awesome moment.
Priceless moment. Anyway, I think you got to go, right?
I do. Yeah,
you're allowed to do that sometimes.
I am allowed. only on the odd occasion.
For now.
Yeah. All right, guys. I'm going to leave you in the capable hands here of Mr. Francis. I'm going to jump off and go take whoever I play and
take care of business.
Get the job done.
Good luck, sir.
Thank you. I'll see you back here in a bit, guys.
Someone tell Genman to take the extension out of his queue. I don't know about that. I always tell players that are any taller than me that they need it. I think they make standard length pool queues for short people for sure. Chris, thank you for tuning in too. We love sharing those stories. That's what pool's all about. And Wasey just reading that comment too, yeah. Hooey runs a rack at Westerns in under a minute. Then he tells the boys, that's how it's done. He knew how to get everybody really fired up. Such a good competitor. That's right, Chris. Okay, here comes Genman. Here he comes, folks. It's not over yet. Still plenty of time in this match for him to work. A picture of the man himself there. Mr. Hooey. We're all gathered for this weekend. So Derek to break. He was up 5-0, so this match is starting to turn around as expected. We fully anticipated Genman making an appearance in this match, which he has. Not to go down without a fight. I've seen Genman play enough to know that. Wasey, my match last night went good. And I'm waiting to play again today. I think I'm 6th table. And it looks like Joe and Jeff just finished. So I'll have to wait for a result on that one. It looks like all the other matches are still in progress, so on the winner's side. Yeah, Chris Berry was, he was a very personable guy, you know, social butterfly for sure. He had a lot of friends. And so that's why we're gathered. I mean, he would love this too. I guarantee he would love this tournament so much. We do it for him. I'm sure he's looking down on us and enjoying this show for sure. We had a lot of out-of-town players come this week, which is really great to see. Joe Spence wins 9-2 versus Jeff. So Joe will move on to the third round of the winner's side. Jeff will move over to the B side of the draw to play on the 7-foot diamonds, play a little 8-ball, racing a 6 over there. There's some matches finishing up over there as well. I'm not sure who we're going to have next up on the stream here after this match, but I feel like this match still has a lot in it. I'm kind of thinking this one might be the longest of the 8 matches over here in this round today, this morning, this afternoon. Kelly, yeah. If Genman wins the next 2, you're gonna have to get your charger. That's right. Vern Sylvester taking on Eric Vargas on table 20. I think Vern got the best draw. He's got the free bounties 2 in a row, right? He beat Vino. And now he's got a shot at Eric. Eric just got back from Philippines about a week and a half ago. Much different playing conditions out there. I'm expecting him to be, you know, battle tested from playing out there for a little while. He was playing quite a bit of pool out there. Played in the Ghost League, Eric Vargas, of course. Played on the 9-foot. Pretty slow table with tight pockets out there in the Philippines. So let's see if Derek can kind of stop the bleeding here, if he can pot the 6. Yeah, and he gets good on the 4. I thought he kind of overcut the 6, but he hit it at a good speed. And he held the 3 nice, so he can pot this 3 in the bottom right. And shape on the 4 is not routine, but I think he can punch this, just kind of leave enough by the 9, sort of like that. He'd definitely prefer to be a little bit more off the rail so he could get underneath this easier. So he's got to elevate a little and draw this ball up near the 8, I think. We could kind of stun to the side rail and take the thinner cut on the 5 because the 7 is kind of near a hole, but that's mostly what he did. Really good stroke there. Confident looking shot from Derek. And so 5 more tables for me. 5 more till I'm there. Looks like Larry just moved his coin to 8. I believe he's up 8-5 on Don Davidson over there. Another great shot from Derek here. All he's got to do is, you know, make sure he gets the proper angle on 8, and I love that he's kind of walking around to look a little. He kind of bumped the 9 into a weird spot, so he needs to make sure he gets good on the 8 here. Just a little soft draw. He's going to play the 8 in the side, but I think he's kind of awkward on this ball. He's on the wrong side of it. He'd rather be on the other side. You can see he just kind of gave his head a little shake. He's going to have to play this with lots of top left. Kind of get near that bottom right corner pocket to play the 9 in the bottom left, I believe. Unless he slow spins and takes the longer cut on the 9. No, he's trying to get all the way down there, but he kind of punched it a little. A bit of a punchy stroke. Slowed down the angle. Kind of had to smooth that one to get it to go enough. Oh, and look at this shot. Wow. How did he hit it, folks? Just drills it in the heart. A fantastic shot from Derek there to take a 6-2 lead. And we got Steve Kirakakis tuned in. Did I pronounce that proper?
Pretty close.
Pretty close, right? I thought I was close. You guys can let us know if his volume's okay. I'll probably have him sit in for a little bit. I imagine you're not playing for
Another hour.
another hour? Yeah, okay.
It's going to be a long day.
So I think at some point we'll have maybe Steph sit in with you as
Oh,
well,
great.
or somebody else when I have to go play. I'm still 5 tables away. I believe there's lots of grinding matches this morning.
Actually, I'd like to kick you off now and have Steph on.
Oh, I bet you'd like that.
I like Derek's game. Plays pretty simple.
Yeah, Derek's, and he's been playing well. And you just saw the bank shot he fired in. That was fantastic. And look at this. The wing ball hangs for Genman, and he's left the pot on this one. Mind you, pretty thin.
But he's just making everything so simple. You know, he's not trying to force anything.
Mm-hmm. Steve Vermeer says Wasey.
Damn right. 4 years.
You're running for mayor of Lethbridge in 4 years?
Pretty close.
Ah, do it. I don't live there, but I'll vote for you. I'm not sure why. I have no idea what your policies are, but
Bring back pool.
Bring
back pool.
make pool great again.
Yeah.
So what do you do here? Do you thin it in?
We look at 6-2.
I think,
He's going to go safety.
you know what, I like that you contemplated the score there, because that is a factor. I like to kind of go for it here when I'm up 6-2. Keep the guy in his chair, you know. Look at this.
Wow. I didn't see that 4-ball combination.
Oh, he's hooked behind the 3, though. I think he was playing that, but seemed like a pretty crazy shot to play.
And Jetman looks back. He's like, wow.
Wow, he says.
4-ball combination.
Wasey says the Hutterite Colony Mayor.
Hey. Just be quiet over there, Wasey. And where are you, Wasey? Why didn't you come down and play in
That's
this?
right. You set yourself up for that one, Wasey. No excuse is good enough.
Exactly. He would have done really well.
Wasey's such a good player, yeah. Oh, he did have enough to cut that ball in. Well, he made a good shot, and he's got decent position on the 2. I think the 4-9 combo is the ender here. So if he gets
the
good
two,
on the
slide
3.
it over.
Yeah, I don't know if you can avoid bumping it. You got to be careful here. I think you got to play it with soft draw, and you're going to play the 3 in the left side next.
No, I think he's going to go 3 in the corner.
In the bottom left?
Either or, top left or top right.
Oh, okay. Maybe in one of the top pockets, yeah. Well, he's playing this with just middle ball, it looks like. Okay, so yeah, he's stunned over a little. I didn't mind that shot, but it's easy to end up with this angle. And that's
So he's not playing the combo then. The 4-9.
not from where he is now.
No.
He might be playing a combo.
He might point in off the 8.
What if he goes into the 9 ball here too? Then he still has the 5, the 4-5 combination.
No, he would not do a thing like that.
You don't think he's going into the
No.
9 here? I think he's.
No.
I think he's going into the 9. You're not going to make the 9, but you're going to get shape off the 9.
And then he plays the 4 in off the 8.
No, the 4. Yeah, the 4 off the 8 or the 4-5 combo doesn't really lay that bad. Oh, look at this. Look at that shot. He dug underneath that so much. Slow juiced it. Clipped the 6. Got perfect.
Wow.
I will say, Derek's defense, and Grant and I were talking about this, there's been some struggles in this match. And I'm sure you can attest to this. When you're struggling, the balls do not roll your way. And they definitely roll your opponent's way, right?
Kind of like last night's match.
Like, have you ever got a good roll when you're playing bad?
Yes. There's always a good roll.
Sometimes, but it seems to be rare, you know, like
Yeah.
when it rains, it pours, and pool's a lot about momentum, so.
Yep, that's when you take a break.
And Jenman did right. He was down 4-0,
Yeah.
and Grant and I both said if he loses this game and he's down 4-0, he needs to take a break. And
Yep.
what did he do? He took a break.
And he came back and won 2 games.
No.
Oh.
Came back, lost the next game, so he was down 5-0, but then he won 2 games. Oh, and look at this little shot. That is a great little shot from Jenman.
A 6-3.
6-3 Martin.
Martin wins.
So that'll bring up another B-side match over there at some point. We're not sure who. But we're going to stick on the 9-foot tables for most of the day today, I believe.
I don't see you guys switching at all.
Well, we will have to switch definitely tomorrow because the B-side final will be on the 7-foot. So at some point we will have to switch, but we're going to try to stay on the 9-foot as much as we can.
Where's Derek from?
Derek is from Red Deer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
And you know Jenman well, obviously. You've spent some time in the hat.
Yep.
Kelly says, Steve, talk to the boys at Q Sports and see if they're available January 7th weekend in Medicine Hat.
Well, Kelly.
You know what your best bet is, Kelly, is just message the page. Or you can send us an email, qsportslive@gmail.com. Just give us the event details and, you know, kind of what you're looking for, and we can give you a couple different options.
The 580 and under tournament.
Is that what that'll be?
Yeah.
On January 7th? Oh, that's not going to be cheap to do that one. I'm just kidding. we
At the
we
Whiskey
don't
Creek.
discriminate.
It will be at the Whiskey
I've heard
Creek.
it's really nice there. So
They've got 8 diamonds. They're nice tables. The staff is really good.
they have 8 diamonds
Yeah.
there? Nice. Yeah, I heard the staff was really good
Yep.
too. The food's good.
Yep.
Yeah,
Everything's good.
I like that.
And
You can see that's the shirt that Jenman's wearing here, Whiskey Creek.
there's a motel like 100 yards away.
Mm-hmm.
$65 a night.
Nice.
Can't go wrong.
That is right up my alley, yeah.
Hey, Cliff.
And a short drive. Yeah, Mr. Jacobson tuning in.
Why isn't Cliff here?
You know, he's one that has the legit family Thanksgiving reasons. You know,
I got Thanksgiving tomorrow.
I got it Monday.
Oh.
Monday, Thanksgiving dinner.
The girlfriend thinks I have a tutoring session today.
Oh, you do?
Oh, yeah, okay.
This is what we're doing right now.
Okay.
You're learning about how to do commentary.
Yeah, I need
and
help.
How to be a better pool player.
Oh,
Just watching Eric Vargas over there stroking balls in.
I'm amazed. I never drew Vargas this tournament.
Yeah?
I've taken Vargas 7 times in a tournament.
I kind of thought. I have Kevin Osborne is the one for me.
Oh,
I always draw Aussie first or second round, you know?
I don't know whose phone that is.
Oh, I'm not sure either, to be honest.
That's probably Grant's phone, I bet you.
I don't think it is. I'm not sure whose phone this is, to be honest. I'm not sure.
I don't even know how to turn that thing off.
I'm not sure either.
No, Mr. Heimers.
My face doesn't match to turn it off.
Rob Heimer says it's going to be 590 and under pool tournament.
I'm going to put it on Do Not Disturb. No, it still won't let me do that. What's going on here?
Just shut it off.
I'm trying. I'm trying.
Heimers, look at that comment.
Who would try to call me? It's Sean Blomley.
No
What
clue.
is Sean doing? He's a Ghost League player, and he
Oh.
watches tons of Q Sports Live. Why
How
would he
is
be
that
trying
Ghost
to
League
call me?
coming along?
It's fantastic. You need to play. I don't know why you're not playing. Well, you're a busy guy, so.
I don't have a pool table at my house.
Well, you don't need a pool table at your house. You can play at the pool room.
Lethbridge does not have a pool hall anymore.
You could drive here every second week.
I could.
Yeah, you could.
I
Because
could
you don't
go
have
to
to
your
play
house.
every week. You could play every second week. You could play at my house, but my table's terrible, so I would recommend Grant's house or here. And here is good. The Wi-Fi is good. You can stream here.
Well, I was talking to the Legion in Lethbridge. They might let me stream.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well,
They
why,
got 3
why
diamond
wouldn't they?
tables.
Is there Wi-Fi good?
No, I've got a good data plan, so I'm okay.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, no problem. And it doesn't take long, and it's not a huge commitment because you can play it anytime you want, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to play like Wednesday every week. You could play.
But the only
whenever.
downside is if it's not at your house, you're going to a venue.
Mhm.
And that, because of COVID, that venue shuts down. Then what?
Then you find somebody's house to play at.
And if you can't,
Oh, then you're in
SOL.
tough. Yeah, something like that. But there's always going to be somebody you can
Yeah.
find a table. I know personally at least 10 players off the top of my head with tables in Calgary, you know.
But that's Calgary, though.
So, drive to Calgary every 2 weeks. Are we?
Oh, don't start with me.
Do we need to have this conversation again?
I think we might have to soon. Dwayne's got it in tough over there, you know that, eh?
Yeah, Rashad plays very well.
Yeah.
And they've been playing for a while, so. Typical excuses, yes. Took the words right out of my mouth, Wasey.
Oh, shut up, Lacey.
In case you guys didn't know, Wasey is from Lethbridge, where Steve is from as well. So that's what you do when you know someone while you rip on them.
Even if you don't know him, you still...
Even if you don't know them. Oh, look at this little shot. Just missed it on the way by.
Okay, so now here.
Is combo wired? Combo's
Jimmy
wired.
gets ball in hand. Is it wired?
Combo's dead. Or maybe not because he would have shot it already, but I feel like it's really close.
Or is he not looking at it? Oh, he's looking at it.
So it's just a little off angle. If that's where he needs to aim, it's not that far off. I mean,
Or does he play make the 4-5, then take the combo?
yeah, I'd rather just shoot it now. If I can. Just play the 3-ball combo. Because you could risk missing the 5-ball trying to get back there perfect on the 6. But then again, you do have ball in hand on the 4, so you should be able to get close to the 5, right?
Yep. And worst comes worst, if you can't get back on, you'll break it out. You can break
Well-
everything out right now.
And so here's the thing is, I don't like breaking it out right now because getting on the 5 isn't going to be easy. You're going to have a long shot on the 5, most likely. So if I was going to do that, I might play it safe and break it out, which might be what he's doing right now. See, and I would have liked to chip into that, right? Because he's left a pretty routine one-rail kick here.
Yeah.
But if I was going to play that safe shot, I like going into the 6, break it out a little too, right?
A little nudgy.
Yeah, give it a little love rub. Rhonda wants to know, is Stephen Holem down playing in this one?
Not.
He is not.
Where is he?
We're not sure. We haven't heard from him.
Which is odd.
I asked Joe, which if anybody had heard from him, it'd probably be Joe, and Joe said he hadn't heard from him. So I would have to think it's, you know, just the times, right? It's tough to travel, and it's...
What a great kick.
That was a fantastic shot. Let's see if he can come with a big one here. And then we'll get a chance to see how wired this combo is. I think it's very makeable.
Oh, I think if it was wired, Jenna would have shot it.
Oh, yeah, if it was wired, he would have shot it. So it is a little off, but I feel like it's very makeable. It can be a little deceiving, right? When the ball is close, you don't know how much it's going to cut. We'll see. He's got a much bigger problem first. This is no easy shot.
You think go 2 rails, top rail, and come back.
He's topping it, yeah. Oh, and what a stroke he put on that ball. Unbelievable to hit it that good and rattle it. I thought he made it. Such a good shot.
So what does Jenman do here? Does Jenman just come out to the side rail?
I think you play the drawback. You know, easier to say because that Jacoby carbon I have is gross and draws this really easy. But, I mean, the other option is go forward, pick a spot on the 6 where you're going to play a safe, which is, I think, what he's looking at here. So you could go forward like 3 rails around. I think you should miss the 8. I don't think the 8's in play there.
I think that's risky. I think just pull it out to the middle of the table.
And then try to play the combo?
Yep.
But I think you have to cut the 6 quite heavy. Like, the way they were looking at it, the 6 needs to be cut, like, near the middle diamond almost. On the right side rail, like, that's kind of the angle. So you have to get pretty far back down here. Like, pretty much, I think you have to get where his hand is, you know? I don't even think if he gets to where he is now, that's good. I don't think you can cut the 6 enough. Unless you kick the 6, then it'll cut lots. Tough spot. Jenman likes to give these the be sure. I mean, this is a key game in the match, too. You don't want to let your opponent onto 7. Oh, he slow drew it straight in the side. Oh, my goodness. That was about the only thing he couldn't do.
But it's not an easy out right now.
No, but ball in hand is going to help for sure. It's so hard to see from our angle what's happening here, and we can't get a side view.
Exactly.
We are getting closer to having an overhead view, mind you.
You guys should have cameras above.
Well, the lights make it really hard, but we're getting closer. Technology is getting better too. Now there's all these wireless cameras, right?
Yeah.
So they just run off Bluetooth, so you don't need wires running everywhere. We're getting closer. They're moving the pool room around a lot, so.
What I'd like for you guys to do is when you have your A-side final match, do like highlights of the tournament.
Oh,
And
we
see
would
how
love to.
How we got to this guy. This is what his shots he's done, right?
We would love to. That's something we have started to get into is the video editing.
Yep.
But I thought it would just be like cut and dry, pretty
Oh,
easy
God.
stuff. Oh my God, you need to be like some kind of professional to do that. So we're almost at a point now where it might be better to hire somebody to do it.
Actually, no.
Because we really don't know what we're doing with it. And we've tried a couple different programs. And to be honest,
You just
I'm
need
so
somebody to
lost.
train you.
So that's where we're at is
Yeah.
hire someone to train us or just hire someone to do it.
No, train you.
But it could get to a point where we're too busy to do it ourselves as well. So I've always said we need a third person.
Oh,
So you need
man.
2 people on the mic, and you
Yeah,
need
Grant and Steph.
1 person running the mouse. So
Correct.
they're running the ads, they're running the scores, they're running the replay, they're running the highlights. Right? But that takes a lot. We need to have a third person here is tough, you know.
No offense, Grant, but Grant's not in the tournament always, so
No, and there's no offense taken. He knows that.
so he can spend a lot of time.
He even said too he was He said last night, you'll be on the stream lots last night because I'll be on it all weekend. He said, while you're playing.
Well, I was playing.
While I'm playing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So he knows where
It's
the odds lie.
It's not a. This is like a really tough tournament.
Oh, we were just talking about it outside too. There's
Oh,
I
my.
would say around 15 players that can win the event, and there's around 30 players that can beat any one of those 15 at any time of day, any place. So it's gonna be who breaks good and who gets the better of the rolls, I think.
Do you see Gregory just? Derek just overcut that ball.
Yeah, and that was, I don't know if he was thinking.
He
Had to
spun
be
it,
thinking,
spun it
you
over.
know? Yeah.
So he just way too much spin.
I think he's done well to just play simple
Yeah,
in this
just-
set and try not to do too much, and I think he got caught trying to do a little too much there.
That's a huge game.
Well, every game is really big, but yeah, there are certain points in the match, and that was one of them.
Yep. This could
Big
be what Gemma needs, right?
Yeah, well, big swing, 7-3 or 6-4 is a huge difference.
I played Genman a couple months ago in Medicine Hat, and we're on the box. He breaks 7 balls,
Oh my goodness.
and he did not get out.
Oh.
He had no shot.
That's always how it works, though.
Yeah.
You know.
Anyway, the funniest thing, I didn't get out either.
It's too hard at that point.
Oh, it's just like, wow.
How can you? How can you get out?
And then after that, it was just game. He beats down the hill.
That's the way it goes, right?
Yep. Oh, clay invitational in a couple of weeks. I don't know, Rob. I'm getting so close to my final exam here for school. November the 2nd.
So just read one below your comment, Rob. Wasey's comment. Typical excuses from Steve.
No, my school is, that's my life, right? I have to concentrate on that.
Oh, there you go. If anyone's in Alberta, Sandra is giving away her 8-foot Brunswick.
Nice.
Yeah, so
What part of Alberta is she in?
I believe she's in Calgary. Free table for the taking, anyone. You just got to go get it. And yes, you're correct. It's probably around $400 for somebody to move it. Maybe a little more.
I wonder if that's like a 2-piece.
8-foot. Yeah, is it 1-piece slate? Is it 3-piece slate? Do they make 2-piece?
I think they do.
Strange. John Pay Pompey falls to January Cruz. January gets himself a $30 bounty.
But January shot well.
Oh, fantastic. I watched a handful of those games. He played really well. And you have to beat John. He beat him 9-6, it looks like. John's been playing lots. He's as hungry as anyone to win this event.
Oh, yeah.
Runner-up in 2019. Last time we had this event, John was runner-up.
And he's also been to China.
He's famous.
Yes.
John's famous.
Just look at his Facebook.
Just
He's
look at his
famous.
Facebook, that's right. Oh, there you go. Sandra says Calgary, and it is 3-piece slate, which makes it a heck of a lot easier to move. I think I'm going to watch this game, and then I'm going to run away because I should be up in a couple tables.
Jerry
I believe.
Pepin might know somebody that wants that pool table. Gemma just made 2 balls in a row.
2 in a row?
Yeah, things are looking up for him.
Things are looking up, yeah. Well, and this is, does the 6 go in the bottom right? It looks weird on the camera, but looking at the table, it appears it
I don't think it
definitely goes in the left side.
does. Yeah, I don't think it goes in the corner.
The problem is, I don't think he can get to the left side. I think he's looking at a safety maybe if it doesn't go. That or he's just really giving it the be sure because it's a little bit tight, so he wants to make sure he gets the right angle on it.
Oh, this biggest sandbagger is in this tournament?
Who?
Whittle.
Whittle? He
Yeah.
won it last time.
I know. I can't shoot on a 9-foot. I can't shoot. I
Oh,
can't see
yeah,
out the other
I
end.
know, I know. It's the usual. If anybody knows Russ Whittle, he's such a good player. Like one of the most buttery, smooth follow-throughs in the game. You know, it just looks like his hand is barely moving. The cue is just doing all the work, you know?
So much finesse.
Yeah, he's got such good control of the ball.
It's like Sean.
His
Bob
timing
Chesky.
is unbelievable. Yeah, Sean's similar too. Yeah, just very smooth
For a friendly giant.
for a big guy with giant hands. Yeah.
First time I played him, I'm like, oh, great. I think he can bang some balls. And then he's like, tick, tick, tick. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
oh.
Yeah. So a really smart shot from Jenman there. I like what he did. He just kind of cinched the three, and then he played a really smart safety. He looks like he's going to get away with this, yeah. That 6 definitely doesn't go.
No.
And the 6-7 combo, you're going to lose the 6. The 6 is going to, like, kind of push near the 9, I believe.
You could push it right towards that 9, play safety.
Yeah,
But then
and that's kind of where I was working on this was, like, rather than play the 6-7 combo, just push the 6. You don't want it on top of the 9. You
No.
need it to bounce out off the rail. But put the cue ball right behind the 7.
Or chip off the 7 and push the 6 towards that rail.
Yeah, or the other option is like thin the 6 and go behind the 8 with the cue ball, but
I don't like that.
think that's a lot tougher. I think the most simple shot here is
Push on to 9.
Yeah, push it near the 9 and the 7 will cover.
Oh, we have a monster match on table 15.
We got a Ben DeWolf taking on some guy named Edwin.
Who is this Edwin guy?
I don't know, he's wearing a glove.
And he jumps?
He started jumping balls. Maybe he's been like watching pool or something?
No.
No.
Well, maybe in the poker room there's pool.
Maybe he's been watching Dennis. Dennis wears a glove and Dennis jumps really good.
No, I think Edwin had a talk with Vargas, and they're just like, play with the glove. Okay.
Yeah, well, I mean, if it's getting a little sticky out there, I definitely prefer the glove over the powder. I can't stand the powder.
The baby powder? Oh, you like it.
No, I hate it because
You love
nobody knows how to use it. I've met like 3 players my entire life who know how to use it proper.
Oh, and the whole table's covered in powder.
Yeah, like, you know, Brady is the example I always use, Brady Golan. You
Yeah.
didn't even know he was using it. You didn't even know he had it on the table beside him. He wiped it up when he was done, too, like on the where he's got his drink and his cue and stuff.
Oh, really?
He cleans it up from there when he's done, too. But he dabs a little on his hand. Then he kind of wipes it somewhere. Then he wipes it on his cue, and now there's nothing left. There's no powder to drop on the table of the rail all over the place, right? Clean, very clean. So you can use it, but you got to know how to use it proper. I gave Eric big trouble one day. I'm like, I don't want to clean the cue ball every 3 shots, right?
Wayne Nate out of Medicine Hat. He was repping,
Oh, look at that shot.
and he had the gloves. He came on and cleaned the cue ball.
Nice. I like the white gloves.
Yeah.
Nice. I think every ref should have those. See the bank shot Derek just
No.
made, and now he's going to try to make another one.
I think I'd be going for a hook here.
Not with the way he's playing, the way he's banking. You gotta kick down the door here. He's been making everything.
There you go.
Another score record. Looks like Robbie Zaffra wins 6-3
Nice one, Robbie.
over Albert.
Oh, that's even better.
Even better, right? My thoughts exactly. What could be better?
Perfect.
Albert goes 2 and out. Who would have thunk it?
Should have done side bet on that one.
Last longer?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Gentlemen.
Oh no, and that's probably gonna cost him this match. I think that was his chance to to get back in, you know, from 5-0 down, and now all of a sudden it's 6-5. I mean, he's got the huge momentum. He's like a favorite down 6-5, you know. Instead, it's going to be 7-4. Looks like Kerry Campbell fell. So I am going to step away. I'll leave you guys with Steve. I'm sure Steph will join at some moment. I'll put up a poster just while they're taking a little break here. Make sure you guys check out CSLIPL.com. All the info on the different divisions there. The new session of Ghost League starting up November 1st.
Are we checking the weather?
No. You can if you like. You can if you like.
I think I'm going to go check the weather.
Okay, you do that.
And I'll let Steph know.
You do that. Steve's a weather checker. You know, he likes to see how the weather is. It's not so windy here, right? He's from Lethbridge, so it's nice to be outside where it's not so windy all the time.
I'm going to go for a smoke, Steph.
So while these guys are taking a little breather, I'm going to put up a couple of pictures of Hooey himself. There he is in the middle. Having a great time there. I believe that was at the Christie Greenleaf fundraiser. Fantastic event we had for our good friend. And one here with his mom. That's what we're here for, you guys. We're all gathered for this this gentleman here, Mr. Hooey. And thank you, Laura. I'm gonna give it everything I got today and tomorrow, you know. I'd really like to win this event. Anyway, guys, I'm going to step away for a minute while these guys are on break as well, so we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Hey, how's it going, guys? Figured I'd keep you guys company here while Ben and Grant take a little break here. This is Triple P on the mic, and I'm going to be joined with Larry Walper, the Lucky Walper, here in a minute once he's done talking here. So what do we got here? Genman, okay. How's it going, James? My Scotch Doubles Championship partner. Looks like he got a little straight on this one ball here. The safety didn't work out very good, but I think it worked out just fine. He's gonna have a trouble getting on this deuce here. I have to put just a hair siding and play the banker or safety on this two, as long as he doesn't rattle this one. She had a little bit more angle than I thought. So I believe Genman is from Medicine Hat or Lethbridge. Probably Lethbridge. And Derek here, I think he's from Red Deer. It's good to see some out-of-town people here. I love it. So he's got to follow through with this combo because that 2 ball is going to be heading towards that by the 6 ball here, and he needs to make sure he compensates for that. Ooh, I think he got away with it. Nice little shot there. So if you want to know what I'm looking at the screen. And the table is right in front of the screen, so I cannot see the table. So I'm seeing what you guys see here. But once in a while, I can take a little peek over and see it. Looks like he's going rail first. So I don't mind jumping this ball. You know, the 3's not in too bad of a spot, but you go rail first, and you got to pull off a great shot, and it's exactly what he did. Unfortunately, he just didn't. Coming off that rail with the juice, it always throws a little extra, so unfortunately he's left himself a little bit of a tough shot, and even a tougher shot to get shape on this 4 ball. So we're gonna have to make it. Nice little contact on this 8 ball. I think if he hits it just with a little bit of topping, he should be able to hit that and come back up just a hair. So he put a lot of siding on this ball. I think straight topping would have been fine. I think he would have hit that 8 ball and it would have kind of slid down to that bottom rail and back up. Oh, I really do not like these angles I have here. So I'm not too familiar with Derek here. I just know he was talking to Sean Yee, I think it was, about Red Deer. So I hope I'm not wrong about this. And I think all in all, that was a fairly tough shot, and he kind of got away with it. I think Genman can make this fairly easy and should be able to just... I think the biggest problem here is he's going to have to slow roll this for this 7 ball. Genman's from the hat. All right, yeah. Okay, I'm going to slip this on here.
I know another guy from the hat, too.
You know another guy from the hat?
I know one.
Is his initials...
LW? Yeah, that's me. This is Larry Walper joining.
And let us know if we're
yeah.
not too quiet, too loud.
Yeah, we're just kind of getting set up here.
Yeah, we figured we'd step in, you know, keep you guys company here while we, I think Ben and Grant are playing up fairly soon, so.
Is that the stream match next?
I'm not 100% sure.
I guess I should know since I'm kind of running the tournament.
Yeah. If anyone's going to know, it's going to be you.
Yeah. Sorry, I just jumped in. I haven't seen any of this match yet, but it looks like Derek's having I see him make a couple of really good shots.
Okay.
As I
wow.
say that, Brandon says I'm muffled and quiet. Yeah, I don't know. One of these mics has to be turned up. Hopefully that's a bit better.
One of them got to be turned up. So that was a little unfortunate because he made a great shot.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think he could slide past that 5-ball like that.
I thought he was going to go into the 5.
Yeah, you know, like that.
Maybe he punched it a little bit.
Yeah, just that window of air was very small.
So I told Gemmin I was putting him on the TV table, and the first thing he said was no. He really did not want to play on the TV table, so that made me more inclined to put him here.
Yeah.
And I wasn't sure about Derek, but he had no issues with it. I don't think he's really had any time on Q Sports live stream before, so that's kind of why I put him on. It's always nice to get some people on the TV that have never been on it before. It's a useful tool for them if they're willing to go back and watch it, which I'm sure they will.
Oh, for sure. Definitely. I mean, I'm not very familiar with Derek, but definitely known Jenman for a few years, and it takes a little getting used to playing on the stream.
Yeah, it puts a little something in the back of your mind.
It does.
It has been a long match too, actually. I think these guys started almost 2 hours ago.
Uh-oh. Here, you fix this. Do I just hit this one here? I'm not sure. Somebody took the score thing out, so. Okay. There we go. Perfect.
Okay, so that's now 7-5, right?
That's correct.
Oh, I guess I
Just hit the +1.
I think now that I clicked it, I can't. Sorry, guys, we're not experts over here. We're trying our best, but I think we're gonna end up ruining something. So.
Oh, moly.
No, that's okay.
What did you do now?
I'm doing some advertising.
Top left. Yeah, that one. Click scoreboard and now go.
You just.
You got it.
Okay, you
We're
got
good.
her.
Okay.
I usually just hit the +1.
Yeah, but if you click it, you can no longer do it. So.
Yeah, you messed up. But we got her figured out. So that was a nice break by Jenman, but I know that these tables last night were playing fairly tough to break on, so, and it does look like it's another dry break here. I don't like Derek's chances here with that 3 and 4 tied up.
Well, if you can get some sort of back cut angle on that too,
He's got to get below that 2 for sure, but that window's so tight with that 6 there.
Yeah, he left Gemman over the 2 ball here. I mean, I think he just goes safety here. He could try a little carom on the 9 just to see what happens. What do you do here? Maybe just chip off it and.
I would hit the low side of it and kind of go one bank into the 4-3 and have the cue ball come up table. Hopefully you can get behind that 7-8 as a blocker, and you might develop something down there.
The hard part here is that he's over the 2 ball.
Yeah, but I
Makes it
think
pretty
it's not much.
I think he goes for
I
the
think it's
9.
not going to hamper him too much here.
I think he's just going to chip off this real thin. Oh, he's just going to do that. Is it in?
He went for the 3 railer. Yeah, no, I like playing safety off that rail into the 4-3, and you're going to get safe.
Yeah, I mean,
You know, and you might develop something down below.
no one's really probably going to run this table out, so
No.
might see a safety here. He could just shoot this up table and drop back in behind the
Well,
2.
I would like to shoot this. I would like to try to make this 1 ball and
If
then
does it go
play
by
the
the
2
6?
rails. It should go.
Oh, it does
past
go, yeah. I didn't think it went, but he's got.
But I would have
funny
stayed
angle.
above that,
Yeah.
that 2 ball, played 2 rails down table, and tried to follow through and hook them on.
Yeah,
the
he wanted some. Yeah, he wanted to be high up above
That's
that
right.
too. Unfortunately, he's almost flat on it.
Yeah, he's definitely. I think he does have enough angle to come down here, but the breakout is so tough because that 5 ball's right there.
I haven't, like I said, I kind of just jumped in, so I don't know how these guys are playing. Like, I don't know if Derek's. He seems like he's a more aggressive player. I've seen him make a nice bank on a 9 ball. Yeah, he's. Is this in?
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's what makes this game a little bit tougher because it's an easy game, but once you start to make something, you're trying to force something, then the game becomes a little bit harder.
Yeah, unless you create the right angle to
That's right.
just, you don't have to force anything.
Don't force
so
it.
that's where the angle's everything.
Exactly. That's the biggest part of this game, is make sure you're on the right side of the ball. So
Does
Jedman
he
here
even
could be
go for this?
aggressive.
Well, he could.
Yeah, he could play this 2-rail shape, break out those balls here.
He could, or he could just cinch the ball and then
Yeah.
chip off that 3 and play it safe.
Yeah.
See what he elects to do. He's going for it. Did he get the breakout?
No, he just did not hit it.
Lots
enough
of things
angle.
had to be hit perfect on that shot.
Yeah, and the same thing, right? He's trying to force it a little bit.
And this might be a little of a long rack here. It's already been a long match.
Yeah, it has been. I kind of like, the way you were talking, where I'd like to play 2 rails on this, just get below like that 5 ball, and then you can shoot the 3 into the 4
Yeah, just
and
chip it
come
off
up
it,
table.
separate the balls, and
That's
leave him up behind the 7 or the 8.
Yep. Yeah.
See what he chooses to do. Almost looks like he was going for the breakout there. I don't know.
Yeah, way too hard to play the breakout. And so he does have that angle. It's not as good, but I
He
think
could play it
he's-
off the end cushion first,
That's right.
chip off the 3, and send the cue ball up between the 5 and the 9.
You can do that, and I like that a little bit better, because if you hit this, the angle kind of comes off that rail, and he might send that
Yeah.
3 up a little bit.
It is touchy, though, because if you hit it too soft, you'll end up not getting a rail.
That's right.
But let's see what he chooses to do. It looks like he's going for something. Or he's going to bank the 3 straight up. Oh, he's going for the safe. Yeah, not a very strong safety there.
No,
I mean, because now you give your opponent a chance to...
well, he's going to have
play
the
it safe.
opportunity to put you in jail here.
Exactly.
Just bank this up table. Hopefully you can get that 3 ball by the 7.
Try to leave the cue ball right on the 4 ball, I think.
And that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got 2 balls to hide behind
He,
right
he
there.
could even draw it into the 4 to kind of hold it.
Yeah. Yeah, that means you can hit it a bit harder.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably what he's going to do. Balls
Just-
are a
ju-
little
just hit it
close. Just
just
doesn't want
before
to
the side
double
pocket.
hit.
Oh,
Might
so
go
he
in.
used this.
Look at that. Wow. I thought
Wow.
it was in.
So that's I like playing just before the side pocket behind the 8, because you create that distance. This was a little bit touchier this way,
Yeah.
I mean, just a hair more draw, and he sells out. And he
He
does
did
actually have a kick.
The only problem is he left him over the pocket,
Yeah.
the 3. Otherwise, it was a good shot, I think.
Yeah.
But he was very close to the ball. It's very hard to control that when you're so close and you're worried about
Well-
like a double hit on the cue ball.
Yeah, but I think he had enough to kind of just slide into the 4 that would have made it a
Change the
little
angle a
easier
little
for
bit.
him. That's right.
Make this a pocket weight.
Looks like he went a little high here.
Wow, that's unfortunate. He hit
Yeah.
he went. Wow, he went right off the inside point into the ball and in.
It didn't look like there was enough room to go
I didn't
past
think
that.
so. No. This is a good chance for Jenman to bring it within 1.
Yeah, this is a huge game here, and
I mean,
right
I'm
now
not sure how he's
it's-
feeling, but this is probably I would favor Jenman to get out here.
I would say yes.
Played really good yesterday.
Did he?
Yeah, he played very well.
Okay. So just not enough angle on this 4 ball.
Yeah. So do you like?
So-
Normally, I think I would have played the angle to put top and come around, but now
That's
maybe
right.
he's got to punch, draw this, and come out 2 rails.
He might have to. These rails are a little receptive, so he could probably follow through with this, but
But he has to hit it pretty clean.
you have to hit it pretty clean. I think just like, depending how you feel and what your comfort zone is, like you could just kind of draw this back a hair and take the long 5.
He punched it.
Yeah,
little soft.
That's just a little. It's a tougher shot like that. If he would left himself another 3-4 inches above, then that's an easy shape shot.
Yeah.
Just rolled forward a little too much.
Now here, if he goes for it, he's got to play the cut and come up.
He's got to play this.
He's got to come up 2 rails, I think, above the 6.
And it might leave him the wrong angle from the 6 to the 7, just from this. See how much he can hold this. Yeah, see, even if he would have made that, the shape on that 7 ball is a little tricky.
Well, that's a little. Well, so far I think I've cursed these guys twice. I've only been on the mic for a couple minutes.
Yeah.
I should just stop talking. It's a pretty wide open table here now for
it's
Derek.
very easy. He's got the natural position here from the 5, 6, 7.
Gotta be careful he doesn't go too far and go behind that 9 ball.
That's
though.
right.
Oh, no. I almost called something right. That was close. That was close.
So that's wonder you want to hit with bottom with just a little outside, just to hold it off that rail a touch.
I think I play this in the side because I think the natural angle is taking the cue ball between the 8 and the 7. I don't like when you dodge that side pocket. But what a
Yeah,
player's
I
preference.
think he's fairly straight here. The side pocket shouldn't come into play.
I've noticed the tables because they've been pretty forgiving, actually. Like they've been even some shots I thought I missed still went in. My last
Yeah.
match.
I know on this table here, the top rail and bottom rail are playing a little bit more lively than the rest. So, and this is just one of those shots there. Just make sure you stay below this 8 ball.
Yep.
So he elected to play it up in the corner,
That's a
and
good
there's
weight.
no wrong way of doing it.
No.
You know,
When you get that little bit of a back cut, I don't like to hit it real soft.
That's
if you
right.
can help it. So
yeah,
nothing wrong with that. He had more angle than he wanted, or a lot more angle than he wanted, anyways. I think.
yeah. So he's gonna have to play one rail back down, and he's just gonna want to watch his speed.
He's putting follow on this.
Yeah,
Oh, he didn't. He punched it.
yeah. He did not stroke that.
Yeah, he really had to get through the cue ball there.
The follow through was a little weak, and I think the cue ball actually jumped a hair when he hit that.
I don't know. Usually that's. It didn't look like a great stroke, to be honest.
It wasn't a good stroke, but I'm trying to
It
look
might-
at
it might
this
have skidded.
replay. Looked like the cue ball hopped just a touch. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe.
You see how
It-
much that
It
kicked?
could have, yeah.
Yeah.
But it didn't look like it
But-
had a lot of power behind it. So
No. No, you got to hit those smooth.
Yeah.
You know. Just like he hit that
good
shot.
recovery shot
He
there,
hit that
though.
shot pretty smooth.
Puts him on the hill.
Yeah. So
Oh,
kind
good
of a
for him.
little unlucky break on the 8 ball for it to leave him where he did. But I still think if he made it clean, he probably still would have been roughly around that area.
Yeah.
Maybe just a little bit. So he made a great shot on the
He
9
did.
ball.
Yeah. Under the circumstances, sometimes if you're playing on the stream before and the game to get on the hill, and then of course the last one's always the hardest to win. See if we can have a good break off here. My break was working really well, I found.
Okay,
I was making the one in the side almost every time.
nice. That means you're getting a good freeze on the top 3 balls.
But I mean, I was pattern racking. I was putting the 1, 9, and 2 in the middle. So that might have something to do with it.
Yeah. Clever lad. Well, let's see what Derek's got here. He kind of looks like a little thicker Ben.
Yeah, or like another version of Carlos.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. So cue ball. Did he make a ball? Dry.
It looked like to be a little bit of a dry tomato.
A dry tomato.
Dry tomato.
There's some new lingo I've never learned,
I've been saying that for years, and I don't know where it comes from.
but you like it.
You know what? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I really like Jenman's chance here of getting out. The table's fairly wide open. I think the hardest part is maybe the 3 to the 4.
He just has to get the right angle on that 3.
That's right.
He's good here, I think. He can just draw
Yeah.
back a tiny bit.
Yeah, just draw it past that 5 just a touch.
Just don't make sure you draw back far enough, because you can be on either side of the 3 and still be okay. But if you're
Yeah.
if you have to back cut it quite a bit, then you might be in trouble.
Well, I think if he just gets past the 3 ball, he should be able to just run into the 9.
Yeah, as long as his angle's good. I just mean
That's
if
right.
he doesn't come back enough and he's got to thin cut it, he's going to go off the 3 and the 9.
That's right.
But I mean, it's a pretty good looking table here.
So did he end up a little too straight on this?
He might be able just to. I can't tell which side he's on. Maybe he wants to just stun the cue ball right there, depending if that's the right angle or not.
Yeah, I really,
Even looking at the table, I can't tell.
Yeah, it's like, do you just follow through it and shoot the short side?
I think it's just dead straight. I think he just punches it. Oh no.
Okay, so he had enough angle to get past this. And
But is this?
no, he doesn't like it.
Does he have to go rail first on this? I can't tell. He might.
All I saw was him shaking his head.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's a big tell.
So, well, you know what? Maybe he could throw this in. You
Well,
know?
maybe he's straight and he doesn't like it that he's straight.
Yeah, that's a good possibility. So hard to judge from these angles.
Yeah.
The good thing is the 5 isn't in too bad of a position where. You
Yeah,
know,
the 6 is in a good spot. The 7's in a
6
great
oh,
spot.
that's-
7 to the 8 is pretty easy. So
Yeah.
this is really the most important shot right here.
And it looks like he's going rail first.
I think so, yeah. He must not be even straight on it.
This is definitely.
I think he's aiming a little too far to the right. He might need to back, because you got to back cut this, right?
Yeah.
See if he hits it.
You don't want to just freeze yourself behind the 9.
Oh, yeah, he was a little too. Needed to overcut it just a bit, but he got a pretty rewarding leave out of that.
Yeah, I think Derek might have to masse this around the 8 ball to go 1 rail.
I think he had to. Well, I don't know. From looking at the table, I think it's too much of a mass. He might have to kick off the top left side cushion there.
Just where the 6 is.
It's so
just
close,
below
you can
the
hit it
6.
in 3 different spots and make it.
Well, this is why when you're young and you have balls over the hole and you practice to play all the rails to get there. And, you know,
I almost made a
you could look at
two-rail
this
kick
shot.
in my last match, almost,
Yeah.
and then I fouled instead. But I almost made it.
like to play 1 rail just below the 6 ball.
Yeah, I think
Seems
almost
to
right
be
at that,
fairly natural.
right at that first diamond, maybe.
Somewhere
He's
around
looking,
there, yeah.
Looks like he's aiming
He
a little
looks like
closer
he's-
to the side.
Yeah, he's a little high, I think.
In which case, he'd have to put a lot of bottom on that to kind of bend the cue ball. Oh, what do we know? Oh, uh-oh. He doesn't want to stick to the cushion here.
He does not, because he actually played
Oh,
a great shot there.
That's unfortunate. He made a great shot, you're right.
Yeah.
And then you never want to hit that straight. I find
So
if I
he
make
hit
those
that
straight,
pretty much right where the diamond was, kind of like where, what we were saying here.
Yeah.
And
this is a tough shot off the rail.
looks like he put just a hair running on there just to come off that bottom rail.
Those of you that don't know, the diamonds have very wide rails. So if you are on the side of the rail, you do have quite a bit of bridging room for your hand, which is nice.
So this one isn't too complicated. Just stroke it in.
Just make it, yeah. And he
Your position on the
undercut it
6
a tiny
is
bit.
natural. So, and I think he got away with this a little bit. No,
This is one of those ones where you know you just got to make it and you're
that's
fine.
right. Yeah.
Just make
Jedman
the
has
shot.
a great opportunity here to get this game back.
Well, yeah, I mean, this is do or die. Have to come with a big shot here. How do you like hitting this? You like putting like just punching it in with a touch of bottom left, maybe come around 2 rails, or do you like putting a little touch of top, just center ball?
I think just like, you know, I would have to be over the shot because I could hit this with topping with just a hair or check and come off this bottom rail just a hair. So you play the 2 rails. That way you hit this with a little
good shot,
firmness.
yeah.
So he hit this a little light, but he's okay. So I probably would hit that just a hair firmer because it makes the 5 ball a little easier.
Less chance of the cue ball
That's
curving.
right, yeah.
This is a,
So
I
I
think this
think
goes
he's
pretty clean
fine.
on the side,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think he's great.
looking at the table looks a lot easier than looking at the monitor. Oh, he went that
at
way.
the corner.
Oh, he didn't even go for the side.
I thought the side pocket. I should have took a look at this.
Yeah,
'cause I
looking
think
at the
that's side.
table, I thought the 6 went pretty clean in the side, so
It did.
he must just not like the shot.
Yeah.
Big chance for Derek here.
And I think overall, I think the stroke was a little heavy.
And he kind of
Like
rushed it. He didn't take a
yeah.
lot of time on it. So sometimes the TV will do that to you. No matter what, hopefully both these guys go back and watch it. Try to pick their own games apart.
I always go back to my matches and rewatch my matches just to see what I was
Same
doing
here.
right and what
Yep.
I was doing wrong.
I hit that clean. I did the same way. I go back and watch almost every match. There was one I played against Russ Widow and I lost 7-0, and that one I didn't go back and watch because I knew what happened there.
You know what you did wrong.
Yeah,
That's right,
There's
yeah.
no point in that, but some of the other ones that were close, and
Mm-hmm.
it is a useful tool for sure. It's
It
actually
is.
part of the reason I started changing how I stand,
Sure.
my bridge arm is,
Yeah.
where I hold the cue. Plus some lessons.
Yeah. Yeah.
That one's quite short.
Little light.
Yeah. Yeah, this is.
He does, you know, he's going to get away with a bank here where he should leave it safe if he does miss. And when he comes off this, he's going to come below that 8 ball, so he should get natural position.
Yeah, sorry, I've only lived there for a little over a week there, Jennifer, so I have much to learn about the Medicine Hat pool players. Maybe if I ever see you around, you can explain that to me. This bank is wide. Oh, no.
So he hit that really firm, you know.
He could have played that a pocket weight.
He
maybe.
could have played that pocket weight.
end up
He would have
behind the
left
9
cue ball. Just imagine that cue ball being down on the bottom rail and how tough this 8 ball is.
Yeah, this is.
Now Jenman has a fairly routine 3-row shape
Yeah.
for this 9 ball to go into the bottom right-hand corner. So you really want to just focus on where. Yeah, he hit that pretty good. Just slow down.
Oh, watch
Slow
out, cue ball.
down,
No, this is
slow
not the way
down.
you want to end
Wow.
your match.
Yeah, and that's one of the things I really look at when I play a 3-rail shape is I really look like how it's going to react with topping, middle ball. You know, maybe I got to throw a little bottom on it just to make it a little, you know, a little wider, whatnot, right? So.
I found some of the best advice in that I've noticed is, or taken, I should say, is when you're playing 9-ball or 10-ball, always try to be relatively close to middle table.
That's right.
So that's where, like, kind of, if he was middle table, it would have been a lot easier shot, actually. There.
That's right.
You know, so aim to be closer to the middle, I find.
Yeah.
Works out better. Trying to be, I mean, sometimes you got to get in tight windows or certain
Well,
shots are tougher than
I
others.
think with this shot, he kind of hit the middle ball,
Yeah.
which let that fly a little wider. I would have hit that maybe just topping
Yeah.
and come short. And then you can hit this third rail.
I'm sure he was sweating that shot a little bit after he saw where the cue ball was headed.
Sure.
The Genman told me he doesn't play a lot on 9-foots, but I don't know. He plays pretty good. Thanks, Jennifer. I haven't seen him play that much. It was kind of a soft break. I will be right
A
back.
little bit of a controlled break here, and it looks like the 1 ball does go, but problem is you're going to have to slow roll this with a lot of siding just to get shape on this deuce. But I think it's worth going for it. Even if you do come up a little awkward, I think the safety's there. And at the same time, you might hit it perfect. And he hit that very hard. So now he's going to leave himself in a very interesting position. He's going to have to bank this. And that 3 ball does not pass the 5. Yeah, he owns a 9-footer. I wish I owned a 9-footer. I used to own a 9-footer. Nice black round table. So he did play the bank corner, which I think bank side would have offered him a little bit more positional play. But at the end, not a horrible shot because this 3 ball is, I'm fairly certain doesn't go past this 5 ball. Really? Oh, if I had a 9-footer, that thing would have been set up first 8. Love playing 9-foot, much better than bar box. Bar box just a little too finicky. So same situation here. Just kind of, you know, pot this ball with just a little topping. And if you could kind of get just by the 9 ball, you could play the carom from the 3 to the 5. So he put a lot of outside on that shot, which I don't think it was going to offer him a whole lot. But he did get away with it. Look at this, look at this. You read that?
Oh, my goodness. So he's full of excuses then. So in case you guys are wondering, we do know our next match will be Rob Phillips versus Corey Poynton.
Oh, wow.
That'll be a
Nice.
good match.
Yeah.
I think you guys would enjoy seeing that.
Mm-hmm.
So after this, we'll shut down, and you guys can come on back, check it out. That should be a really fun match for you guys to watch. Well, he's hitting those banks really good.
Mm-hmm.
Does the 3 pass the 5? I don't think so.
No, so what I was saying earlier is that he had a chance to kind of come where the 9 ball is and play the carom 3 to the 5.
Mm-hmm.
So now he's just got to play a little bit of a smart shot here.
So what do you do? Do you try to go for the combo as a 2-way? Or?
I don't think I would go for the combo. It's kind of in a very tricky spot.
Maybe
you
he
know?
can just bank the 3 to the left cushion and back over to the middle,
So-
the bottom of the table, and send the cue ball straight back up.
That's right. So what I would try to do here is I would try to like play the 3 ball thin. You go 1 rail and try to hit it so it doesn't come back to the 5. Stay
Mhm.
above the 5.
Yeah.
And then you can get that cue ball behind that 8 ball, and you leave them tricky. If you get a solid hook out of the deal, even
I
better.
think he's looking at the combo because I think he was looking where the 3 ball's going to go. Oh, no.
So he did play like behind the three.
Little harder would have been good.
And this is why I would have stayed above it, because the cue ball would have been down table more.
Yeah.
You know, so now Genman actually has a makeable shot, or probably a little bit better safety.
Well, when the other guy's on the hill, this is a hard shot. Do you play? Well, it's hard to play safety too, right? Because you want to take advantage of an opportunity.
Oh, for sure.
Okay, so Brandon is defending Genman, so that's good. At least someone's got his back.
That's right.
Hasn't been set up, I guess. Well, Genman told me, he's like, he doesn't play a lot of 9-foot. He considers himself a 7-foot player. So far, a good start to his tournament. I mean, he had a big win last night. He played very well.
I definitely enjoy the 9-foot a lot better than the bar box.
Oh, yes, myself.
Unfortunately, I lost my last match, so I'm on the bar box.
That's okay. Didn't you come back last year and win like 25 matches or something?
Something like that.
To get second?
I broke so good last year. My bar box break was on point.
Yeah.
I think I probably ran out on average 4 to 5 racks per match.
And when it
kind
comes,
of kept me in there.
when it comes to the bar box, that's all it is.
Yeah, breaking
I mean,
good.
at this, once you get to the, especially in this tournament, once you get further in the tournament,
Yeah.
anyone with a wide open table is going to run it out. So
It's a very nice safety by Genman. I like that.
that was a good shot.
Yeah.
Brandon says he's brutal on a 9-foot, but he did play a good safety there. Maybe it was an accident. I don't know. Sure looked intentional. So, I mean, Derek's on the hill. He can... Just depends how patient he wants to be, right?
That's
Sometimes you
right.
got to wait for that right opportunity.
That's
I
right.
think he's got a pretty natural safety here,
Yeah.
where he can just bank that 3 up and leave that cue ball right
It,
behind the
it
8
looks like
ball.
he's kind of want to go in for this. You know, the only problem with that sometimes is like you got a lead, and you start going for shots, and all of a sudden, you know, you start making easy outs for your
Yeah.
opponent, and
Yeah, you got to be patient sometimes.
you do.
Just wait for the right moment, and I guess maybe that's the hard thing for some people, is to know when that moment is.
That's right.
I mean, there's some people that just go for everything.
Yeah. I like just playing just a little bit of right side or left siding here and rolling up to it and kind of just freezing it to the side rail here. And then kind of have the cue ball go to the left side. Just nice and easy.
Oh, he went for the bank again. Did he get lucky? No.
I think he got more lucky leaving the 4 ball where it ended up.
And I think the cue ball is straight on with the 3 into the side. So,
Yeah,
and the cue ball's
he's
close to the cushion.
leaving
So,
Genman a little tricky here.
yeah, he could try and spike this in and put like some power draw.
Well, I think just kind of potting us in the corner and coming across natural, you know.
It's
I
tough
mean,
when you're shooting from the cushion though, or just off the rail. Like he's gonna have to hit it real clean and maybe a touch of outside spin just to make the cue ball come by the 8. Because if you try to go between the 8 and the 7, you're too close and you might scratch on the side. Well, he's looking at something else, I think.
That's why you got to practice these shots.
Oh yeah,
See, I would have hit that just like that.
yeah.
Maybe just a little bit more bottom.
That was a good shot.
Take a look. Is he hooked or is he good?
I think he can make it.
Yeah.
This is one where you just make it. I like to put a touch of right spin on this inside.
Yeah,
Just go
because
right
you
into
are
the
going to
7.
clip the 7.
Yeah.
Right? But you'll probably hit it on the high side, so you send your cue ball up table just a hair. And where the 5 is, that's exactly where you want to be. And you might push that 7 into a better position to get onto the 8.
Well, most importantly, make the shot, which he
Most importantly, make the shot.
rattled it. Now he's left a gravy table for Derek, but he's probably feeling a bit of pressure here.
Yeah,
See if
you
he can
know,
just,
the first games are the hardest than the last games.
Let's see if he can work this out. It's not a lot of work, but under the circumstances, could be. I think you can see it pretty clean, so you just come around
Yeah, it's
2
just
rails.
making sure he
just
gets the
straight
right angle on the 5 here. You know, same thing, right? Middle table.
Yeah, middle table on this shot is perfect. Middle table,
Because if you try to roll this in and take the thin cut on the 5, you're going to leave yourself tricky on the 7.
too many things can go wrong, yeah. So,
Get
I like
that ball
coming up-
middle table.
yeah, I like putting a touch of top
Yeah.
left and
Yeah.
just having the cue ball come up off that bottom and then the side up to
Yeah.
middle table.
Exactly.
You can do anything you want from middle table here.
And your control to the 7 is so much better.
Oh, he
So he ended up hitting that a little fat.
he hit it too fat and maybe didn't. Same thing. Like if I make that shot, I like to make sure I follow through pretty good.
That's
He
right.
kind of punched it again.
He
I
did,
think.
and it grabbed on that back rail.
Yeah. When it's close to the pocket and you make that contact, it just kind of dies off the cushion. So.
And I
Another-
love coming back to these little replays at the end here. So
Yeah, that's cool.
the YouTube channel is giving me a chance
Yeah.
to kind of assess what just happened here. And he did hit that a little fat.
Yeah.
I think just a little bit thinner. It's over the hole.
Yeah, when it's close like that, you can always aim to overcut it a tiny bit to create a little
So
more
much
speed on
more.
the cue ball off the rail.
So exactly. And, you know, sometimes like I was showing somebody something like that one time, and I says, why don't you hit it here?
Mm-hmm.
And his frame mind was, I have to hit the center of the pocket.
No, yeah. When
And
it's
it's
close,
like
you can have a lot
you
more
could hit it
flex.
Very thin and move that cue ball a lot better.
So is he
So
kicking at this?
looks like he is kicking at this here. Just hope for a little luck.
That is not a lot of luck. Although, I mean, it's another wasted opportunity.
It is.
I think he had a chance to close this match out a couple times now.
I think if we had like the percentage scales of getting out, I think that would have been like 90%
That's huge, yeah.
until he hooked himself.
Yeah. That's why that twice now, I think it was the first shot was so crucial to get the right shape.
Like I think Jenman's chance of getting out here is about 85%. You know, and that just went up just a hair to like maybe
86?
maybe like no my bad. I think it just went down.
Okay, I was going to say, like, I didn't think
to
it went
like
up. Yeah.
70 or you know
I thought he was just going to play that and play for the
in the
7
side pocket. Yeah. So the hardest part is the 8 to the 9 ball.
Yeah, you don't want too much angle on this. You hit that
That's
good.
right, yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, not too much angle. Enough that you can
And
just
here you just want to just put a little draw on it and stroke it in.
Yep.
It'll naturally come over. You don't have to do much with the cue ball.
exactly.
Just make the ball. And if you're more of a topping player, you can definitely play a little 3-rail shape.
Yeah, when on this too much angle going into the 9, I don't like any top
You
on this,
know.
but
But I mean, like it's just preference on the person.
Ooh, he
so he hit this
rattled
a
it.
little hard.
he got
Nope,
perfect.
He got good. So
He almost overcut that tiny bit. It kinda
for
rattled
a
its
second,
way
it
in.
looked like it went a little hard.
Look at this coming back.
So there
Keeping
we
the
go.
fans in
Look
it.
at this.
His break too, I think. Oh no, it's Derek's break.
Derek's break here. So nice finish.
That was good.
You know,
I mean,
he hit
Derek-
that 6 to the 7 a little hard.
Derek had that. He was
And
sitting
his-
pretty.
Yeah, and his position from the 7 to the 8 was perfect.
Yeah, not bad. It was a long match. These guys might go the distance.
Well, if we're gonna be this long, we might as well go to the distance
hope
and
so,
give
yeah.
the fans exactly what they want. A nice hill match. Let's watch these two guys sweat it out.
Let's see someone slash it a 9 ball real quick on the hill.
Wouldn't that be something?
I made 2 9-ball combos in my last match, and I fluked the ball. I had a couple of fortunate rubs.
All right, what do we got here?
One inside.
Maybe make a wing ball. And he made another ball.
This is
Just got a little.
this is all
funny
about
on
the
this.
opening shot here.
It is. This one ball is not idea. I believe going for the cut here is possible with a rake.
I'd probably go for it, I think,
At this point, sure.
because I think the shape is
It's natural
almost
position.
automatic. You're just coming
Yeah.
straight up and down.
Yeah. Just don't want to hit it too hard here. So come off this rail, hit the bottom rail, and just kind of come up middle table. And in his position, I do like being a little bit aggressive on this. And he put a lot of outside on there. And he got away with it. But I like putting straight topping on that. He put some outside on it to
Oh
throw
yeah,
it in.
I would have put inside on that for sure.
You know,
Yeah.
I would have hit just straight top and come up and down.
I guess.
Topping makes the cut shots a lot easier.
Yeah.
If you start hitting like middle ball or bottom on these cut shots, it actually pushes the ball forward a touch.
If you get that tiny, even just a tiny bit of deflection on those thin
That's
cuts,
right.
then you're not going to make it.
Exactly. And straight topping there would have made that cut 10 times easier.
Good lead though.
Oh,
I almost like going for the kick on this. That's good touch there. Good weight. I mean-
he just left that ball in a very. awkward position. It's a very makeable ball, but because of where he left it, it makes it a little tricky.
Yeah, he had good weight there. That was a
Yeah.
good touch.
Yeah.
Tiny bit softer, and it would have been right behind that 6 ball.
Yeah. It was a pretty tricky shot. Just a hair thicker, and it would have worked out great. But definitely tough from where he was. So we'll see how he controls this ball here. Good chance he might clip this 2 ball.
Wow.
Yeah. So he would have left himself pretty awkward.
Well, this is another opportunity for Gemmin. If he can just, well, this is deep in the pocket though. You kind of got to draw out.
Yeah.
Maybe around the 6 ball.
I think you could try to draw into the 6. Just
Into the 6 is good, yeah. 'cause
yeah.
you're guaranteed
This
shape.
way you don't, because you know how awkward it is to hit these.
Yeah. Yeah, it's easy to underhit, overhit.
And I'm thinking like if you hit this a little short, you're okay. If you hit it a hair long, you're okay. But if you just get that little extra juice,
He just came straight back.
and just like that. So if you use the 6
Yeah.
as your out ball,
Exactly.
percentage
I was
you're gonna-
yeah, I was thinking no matter what, you got to come up that side, right?
That's
Because
right.
there's no way you're not making the ball,
exactly.
and it's easy to get that angle. This might go. Oh. Looks like John has an opponent coming up after this match as well.
Pretty close. Gonna have to play my teammate, Cass Burns.
Oh,
So, and he always plays tough.
oh
So
he's a good player. He lost last night in a hill match to Kungdao.
oh, did he?
Yeah, it was he scratched and on the hill.
Oh,
And
jeez.
it was like 4 balls left or 5 balls left, and Kung took ball in hand and played
Well, you know what?
absolutely terrible shape.
I think Kung deserves a win.
Oh, for sure.
So I played Kung like 3 times.
Oh, okay.
And I think 2 of them were on the stream. And both times we went hill.
Oh, and he lost hill.
And both times, I think he played a safety on the 8 ball, and one he played a safety on the 9, and I banked both of them to win.
Well, good for him then. I didn't think
So-
he was going to get out, though. Like I said, he got ball in hand. His opening shot, he played absolutely terrible shape.
Yeah,
But he does pot very well, so he ended
Mhm.
up making a good shot there. Look at this.
he gets away with it. He goes for the combo, and he gets away with it.
Like, this can be frustrating when the other guy's on the hill and this
Yeah.
happens to you.
Because, you know, like the way the table's laid out, you know, the last thing you want to do is give your opponent on hill ball in hand.
Although, your opponent was on the hill in the last one, and he didn't get out there on a pretty wide open table.
So he's looking to play 2 rails here.
Yeah, I think 2 rails is a good choice.
Honestly, for myself, I could play 1 rail here. Because of where the 1 and the 2 are located, it's a much easier hit. And you do have a chance to make that 2-8 combo. If you go 2 rails, you really have to make sure you hit that second rail in the right spot.
Well, I played Ben quite a few times, and I've noticed almost every time he likes to go those 2 rails because if you miss or you don't make the ball, a lot of times you get separation between them,
Yeah.
and I think that's what he likes. So this one's got a touch of check, I guess. Shorten up the angle. He
Yeah,
wants to hit just above that side pocket.
That's right. I'm not a big fan of this because the 1 rail hits so much more easier.
Oh yeah, that was way off.
Yeah, the 1 rail hits it's like 95% chance of hitting it.
Yeah,
Just of where it's located, as long as you find your triangle. And from your triangle, you can make your hit.
I think he must have put some check siding on that. and
He
some
may have.
inside.
Yeah.
Okay, well, this could be the last chance for Derek here. I mean, this is a big opportunity. He's really got to figure this one out.
Yeah. If this goes straight in the side, you know, I do like his chances.
Yeah. Let's bring the cue ball up.
Because you
Just
can
go straight on
play
the
the
3.
4-8 combo, and it gives you, if you end up making the 4, you still make sure you leave yourself the 6, and the 6 is a fairly easy shot.
Oh my
And
goodness.
he jumped up on that shot.
Yeah.
And I got that little.
I mean, yeah. I think I would have played the combo. I like to play like guaranteed. I mean, I guess his shape is perfect. Like the shape's almost.
Yeah,
perfect,
I mean,
right?
it went
So
straight into went straight into the side. He just lifted his head up there.
Well,
Kind of
that
look at the replay here if you can see him jump up a little bit. Yeah, so you can see the twitch in his back arm as he made that.
That's a good shot by Jenman there. Smart shot, patient shot.
Yeah,
You know, the
nice
opponent,
little containment
your
shot.
opponent just missed ball in hand. Now he's hooked. Like you're kind of. I mean, he was up 8-4.
I believe so.
So now it's 8-7. So
And there's no doubt he's
probably a
feeling
little
the heat.
frustration. Yeah.
Yeah, frustration comes in very quick.
And I've done that many times. Been up like 5-1, 5-0, 6-1, 6-2, and end up losing. And it's
Yeah.
once the guy catches up after that, it can be really hard.
It kind of happened to me just a hair last night, you know, like I was up 8-2, played a couple stupid shots, and then I started to miss some shots I shouldn't have missed, and he got up to 8-6.
Yeah.
But by that time, once it got to 8-6, and I ended up getting to the table and had a chance to get out, I got out. You know, I just made sure I bared down because if I could have did that earlier in the match, I probably would have
Been over a lot
like
sooner.
8-3 or 8-4 type kind of deal.
And Derek's fouled here. He did not hit the ball. So,
But Jenman has a great opportunity here.
and he's got some momentum. Sometimes when your opponent's on the hill, you kind of play like you got nothing to lose. Right?
That's correct. Yeah,
Until it gets to hill. Then
and
everything
definitely
changes
momentum
again.
is on Jenman's side for sure.
Yeah.
So he's in the same situation here. He's going to play the 3 not 8-ball combination, but he has to make sure that he hits the combo proper.
You don't want to make both balls. You
'Cause
don't want the 3 to go off
If
the
you do
rail,
make
nothing.
both, you got to make sure you leave yourself on that 4.
He's leaving himself a bit of a back cut.
Yeah, and then if you do hit this on the wrong side, you could leave the 3 ball on the rail, which makes the shot a lot tougher.
Like you're saying, it could go in off the 8 and then up to the side
That's
rail,
right.
and then you don't have a shot.
So he needed to come down a bit more for this to make it a little bit
Closer
more
would have been good.
controller.
Yeah,
you know,
closer would have
controlling.
been pretty. Unless he's just going to make both balls. It looks like the 8 ball's really deep.
So you have to go off the rail into the 4 here just to kind of
How
hold
do you
it.
hit it? No way.
See, you got to come into the 4.
Well, I mean, it's tough because he's trying not to, like you said, he's trying not to make sure to
That's
hit
right.
it bad and make the 3 bounce up, and now he's hooked.
And that all just came from him not rolling down far enough.
He froze right up to that 4 ball.
It's
He's
the
got to kick at
worst.
this.
You know, thank God it's not a hard hit.
Yeah, at least it's right
But
in the jaws.
controlling it and getting shape on the 4, that's another question.
Because
So
you
we're
can
gonna
hit
see.
this and come up right above the 9.
That's right. So he's smart. Oh,
Okay, this is
I thought he was going to be okay because he looked like he was going to come off that bottom rail, so he used the 2 rails to get that cue ball going up.
yeah, I think at the speed he hit it, if he had gone off the bottom cushion, he probably would have been fine.
Yeah, yeah.
But here he's just got to come with a shot. Do you think he plays safe or goes for it? I think here I just play safe. Bank the 4 twice, stun the cue ball there. I don't know. It's hard to go
but
for this one.
At the same time, it's not that difficult of a shot in the side pocket.
But you're gonna have distance on that 6 though, if you make it right. He's going. The cue ball's going the wrong way.
And that's all preference. Like for me, I don't care. I'd rather have a shot on this 6.
True.
I could
But I would hate
stun
to
this
have.
off one rail and about 4 or 5 inches off the rail. And
I would
the
just
6
hate to have
goes.
an easy, safe opportunity. Oh, look at this. He did not do what he wanted to do, and he got lucky.
He got lucky. He got a
Goodness.
little fortunate, but
I think he was trying to stop the cue ball dead.
he was trying to play what you wanted to do.
Yeah.
I just find sometimes, you know, when you have the opportunity to go for it, you go for it. That's
True.
how you win games. You
True.
know?
I just think like on the opponent struggling, you hook him again. I guess he got lucky here anyways.
Yeah.
But I like to weigh the options because if I go for a shot and I end up selling out the match, then I feel stupid for not playing the safety. Because we gotta weigh
Well,
the options, where you're feeling, where your head's at.
Where you do might get lucky is that if you do miss it in the side, you might get safe. You might leave it on the back rail too.
Might,
So that's why I don't mind.
but I don't
going
like playing
for
that
the
way.
shot.
Where I'm thinking, well, I'll try to play to. I mean, sometimes you play those 2-way shots where you're trying for a good leave, whether you make it or not. But in this circumstance, there, I don't like playing that.
I think
So
he's
just
got
gonna
an
go-
option here. He can go for the combo and he can go for the safe here.
I think he's just going to go for the combo
I think
here.
he's
Why-
gonna go
why
for
not?
it.
Because
He's going to leave that 4 ball in the bad spot.
he's going to leave the cue ball. He's going to hook him.
I think he left him out.
Well, he did leave it. Wow, this
He
is
did leave it.
There's some real struggles going on here from both players.
And I think that was Jenman's plan, was to kind of leave him tricky so he'd sell out.
Oh yeah, that's a great plan. I should get into that plan, incorporate it into the game.
So a fairly routine shot here. Just leave yourself a little angle on this 6 ball.
Watch, where's the cue ball going? No
The
way.
angle on the 6. So you
Look
can
at
get
this.
to
He scratched.
the... and you know, he was a little jumpy on that.
Yeah, he kind of. Yeah, that was a little fast and a little punchy. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe just a little smoother stroke.
If you look down here.
Like he really hit that hard. He didn't have a lot of angle, so he's trying to.
Yeah, so
Create that
he did
angle.
drop his shoulder and jump up just a hair.
Yeah, this should be all but done.
We'll see if Derek can control his nerves here.
Yeah, this is not just 2 rails up. Would have liked to be a little further off the rail, but he's got a pretty good bridge here, and this is a pretty. Just make the shot. Just come make the ball.
It's easy from this side too. When you're down there shooting this ball, and
Oh, it's easy everywhere. Come on, this is not hard. Just make it.
and he
Good
hit that
shot, good shot.
perfect.
Derek takes the win.
Congratulations, Derek. Good
Close.
match.
It was a good match. For
He
sure.
had a good lead, and he let Jedman back in, and Jedman just couldn't close the door to
Props
go
to
hill
gentlemen
hill.
for fighting back, though. I mean, it's easy to give up in certain situations. I'm going to go ahead and mark this one up. And now, guys, we are going to shut it down for a few minutes here. And like I said, we have Rob Phillips versus Corey Poynton coming up. That'll be a great match to watch. You don't want to miss